It's the Midnight Special!
Shine a light on me.
Welcome to Speed Gaming Prime. I am the Dragon Slayer. My name is Wickliosis. He is the Emerald City Saint. He is Will Bloodworth. And together we are...
The Illuminati!
Alright. Here we go. Left side of your screen, the leader of Team Vorpal, the leader of Final Fantasy Randomizer. He is 3-1. He goes by Czar, also known as Zardia. Right side of your screen, we call him the Buzzsaw. Monoci85, he is 3-1. We'll get to the implications of this round 5 Swiss matchup in just a moment. But right now, Mr. Bloodworth, tell us about the Forced and the Banned classes.
Today and this week, we have a Black Mage captain, which means both runners in every race this week have to have a Black Mage in their party. They are not allowed to have a Thief. The Thief has walked the plank, which is sad for a guy like me who really loves his Thief play.
Both players are 3-1, Will. Right now, they both qualify for the play-in race at the very, very least.
Mm-hmm.
The winner moves on to 4-1. Excuse me. They get an automatic playoff berth.
Yes.
Into the Sweet 16.
Yes.
You've been in this. You've been in this scenario before. Implications, heartbeat. Tell us about what you're feeling as a player.
So if I'm in either of their shoes right now, you definitely want to feel like you've got a guarantee here. You want to know that, I'm going to be in the running. I'm going to be in the big dance. I don't want to have to play in to get there. They've earned the right not to have to play in to the play-in race by getting 3 wins already. But you want that extra little bit of security. So a little bit nervous, a little bit shaky, but I certainly, no matter what, you're going to be playing for something.
Exactly right. The last year, it was interesting. I was in the play-in race at 3-2. I was a newer player. We had other players that are very well known nowadays in the year that has happened since last year, the Falconics. Last year we had, Demarine, High Spirits, and all these other players. 2 players, however, of very high note in that 3-2 race. One of them was named X-Ice Blue. Mm-hmm. One of them named Edgeworth, Will.
Yes.
And what did they go on to do out of the play-in race?
They both made the finals.
That is the competition, the parity that we have here. Yes. And so either player, definitely not out of it whatsoever, not even close. No. But you really want that playoff berth.
Absolutely right. Yeah, there's no security by having a bye here. So Crab Cakes at 5-0, getting that walk, that bye in the first round of the tournament, that's great, but you're still going to have to play a top player in this game in the very next round after that, no matter what happens. The cream is rising to the top in this no matter what. And everybody's competitive. Everyone who's going to be in this is going to be competitive. Anybody can beat anyone.
Yeah, One Fine Day rests at 4-0. He's going to be playing on Sunday afternoon. He's in a paired down match against the Panther Shadow Walker. One Fine Day was able to take out the Dragon Slayer Wickliosis to knock him out of the undefeated rank somewhat recently.
I was rooting for you.
3-1s. Thank you. Coming up a little bit later on today at noon Eastern Time, this is the Midnight Special. As we talked about, noon Eastern, Saturday, May 11th. It will be the 3-1 WAB against the 3-1 Wickliosis. That's the next match. But that's then, and this is now. Zardia, Monoci85, the Midnight Special 4. This is their story.
And we have a Cure 4 in level 1. We do not have anything fantastic in the AoE section. We have a Quake and a first level Ice and a Stop if you're feeling groggy. So we'll be picking that up.
Stop, kind of underrated.
Mm-hmm.
It could be used.
Early game is pretty helpful. Pretty helpful early game. It'll be helpful against carry.
Pro rings are for sale, a little bit less than 4,000 gold. Both players definitely going to like to see that. Notice the parties for both players. The Black Mage, of course, being forced, a gentleman's agreement.
Yes. From
these 2 individuals. 2 fighters, 2 Black Mages, sort of a draft system. Zardia. He's the first to leave Canaria.
Yep.
You don't see that very often. I see an adjustment here from the leader of Team Vorpal, potentially a plan being enacted, Will.
Right, Czar is usually the type to do preparation more so than the average runner, so seeing him make the first jump, and Monoci, known for being a risk taker and a jumping the gun type of player, successful as he might be, is second in. So we have an ice shield and a couple of loose change bags up at the top left corner.
Yeah, not much. A whole, 440 gold or so total, plus the ice shield. So gold a little bit scarce so far. Czar making his way. Looks like he's going to be the first one to make it towards Garland. I've got to think maybe Quake him. Maybe he'll fall into crack.
That's probably what you got to have to do. 2 shots of Quake. That should do the trick.
Fell into crack.
One's all it takes. Yeah, Garland is not anything special going.
Zardia is the first player to get through. Garland takes another fight on his way to try to rescue Princess Sarah. Monoci initiates the fight with Garland at the 2-minute mark. Princess Sarah is rescued. The King of Canary hands over some dynamite. It's a TNT find. And a ship. We got a water vessel already.
It looks like it. The TNT is in Canaria Castle as it is in the vanilla version of the game, but it's given to you by the king this time.
Czar returns to Canaria. He's going to spend those couple bucks that he got. Not much. There's no save items in Canaria, just a house that's really expensive.
So the problem here is going to be how far can you run? Do you want to make a shot at Provoca? Do you want to go right to the dwarf cave and use that TNT to see if you get anything fantastic there? Monoci's choosing to go to Provoca. I don't think that's the wrong play. I think that's probably the best move.
Yeah, save items are pretty important. We're talking tents, cabins, that sort of thing, as well as information. Czar has gone back to his normal strategy, slowing down just a little bit. Monoci gets off to his strategy. He finds new Elfland.
Looky there. Well, level 3 and 4 spells will be nice. Gold bracelets, I think they were 38. I didn't catch it exactly, but not max gold. Cabins at 200. It's pricey, but you can get a couple. You can get somewhere with a few saves. Quadex in level 4.
Not much. Confuse as well. Monoci's just going to skip the level 4 white magic shop. He's never going to be able to learn it. He's going to check the level 3 white magic shop, though, because a knight can learn the 1st and 3rd slots here.
That's correct. And we are not looking at anything special there either.
No. Zardia has made his way to Matoya's cave.
Ooh, a pro rating. A giant
sword and 2,000
some money.
gold.
That's about 10 cabins worth of gold.
But Nuke has been located at level 3 black magic.
How fantastic is that going to be? Yep, he's going to sell the ice shield. That's kind of what I expected Monoci to do to get that money. Right now, if you can get some level 3 spell charges, the game wide open.
Yeah, kind of what's going to happen here. Czar's going to make his way towards this original Provoca. He's about to find the new Elfland, but he checked Matoya. He's not going to have to sell any sort of type of ice shield, so slight advantage to Zardia here, I think.
Right, and not from a time standpoint, but definitely from a money standpoint and equipment standpoint. I like that, and that's typically why I make a Matoya run when I play. But Monoci's getting it going. I might have picked up Zap here too, just as a precautionary measure. An insta-kill is nice to have, even though you're going to be using Nuke 95% of the time.
And that's what Zardia did. Zardia picks up the Zap. Monoci leaves the new Elfland. Let's see if he heads towards Matoya, or perhaps break out of the Intercontinent because we got the free canal on.
And I feel like he's probably going to turn to that TNT ASAP.
Okay, yeah.
We shall see. Did we see Czar buy a house just now?
I believe so.
That's an interesting use of your early game money. A $2,000 house. So I don't know what his plan here is. If he's going to try and grind levels and then get enough to go to a pop grind for more. Nope, doesn't look like it.
I think so. Me and Czar talked before the match. We had a Team Vorpal meeting. I shared with him all the information that I have on Monoci, which is quite plentiful. And I believe the play here is similar to what Monoci is doing. Use Quake to get to a level to where you have a nuke charge. Use the house so that you can have the nukes and nuke something along your way to your potential next destination.
Not a bad idea. And I don't know what Czar's doing here. Maybe taking some notes, but he paused a little bit at that save. And Monoci is going to Matoya. Probably should have done that first, but he's getting it.
Which picks up his giant sword, pro ring, and 2,000 gold. Czar is going to be the first player to head towards the dwarf cave.
interested to see what those 2 chests and the TNT turn out to be. So yeah, Quake getting some work in here. Heal potion.
Heal pot and a nothing.
Yeah. Hooray!
No.
No hooray today.
Czar's making his way towards Narek. This is a fetch quest, and fetch quest rewards are shuffled. This could be the chime, it could be the float, it could be the tail.
It is a ruby.
It's the ruby.
With extended progression, he has access to the Titan's tunnel, so he can check those 4 chests and get to Sarda's cave. That's got to be the play.
He can go to Earth Cave if he wants to.
He doesn't. I would. You would.
I would.
But most people wouldn't. And that's to their peril, I think. Earth Cave is oftentimes a good play.
We'd like to see Czar potentially and Mono very quickly move out of this inner continent. Check that original town of Melmond. It could be Provoca, could be Crescent Lake, and a key item.
Mm-hmm. In all likelihood, it's probably going to be Lafine, but
yeah.
Or Onrak. Something completely unhelpful.
Monoci85 picks up his ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Zardia returns to his ship, starts to sail the high seas.
The only thing that might cause some disparity here with routing is if Melmond is Provoca, because the Provoca fight with Bicky is going to give you a different item. So let's find out what we're looking at here.
It's Crescent Lake.
That's another item. The sages. Gonna hook it up.
Tents are 100 gold, so those aren't cheap either. Expensive housing market.
It is definitely. So making note of a good run in this pattern is pretty essential. Warp being at level 6 in the 2nd slot, not too friendly.
Czar visits the old circle of sages. They're off their medication for the 2019 spring tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Wandering around doing gosh knows what. Do they do this in the Emerald City? Will I?
No, only when Edgeworth makes a visit. And we do have a crown. So this is going to be very, very interesting. He's going to be able to take out the elf with Quake. Does he have enough nuke? Can he get a nuke charge before he gets to the kindly old king, who totally isn't Astos?
Yeah, of course not. Czar's down to 120 gold. We have slight route divergence. Monoci has found Melmond in the old Elfland.
Yeah, level 5
Black magic. There's fast.
And Ice 3, your best elemental spell.
Yeah, that's Black Mage learnable. Czar has entered the Titan's tunnel. He feeds the Titan. Monoci's going to head that way.
I like the cat claws. I wonder if any of these players decide to get those after a class change. Ooh, Katana! Totally useless this seed.
Big money, though.
Probably.
Monoci85 continues his slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
He heads back to Canaria. He's going to pick up more heals and pure pots. Czar throwing caution to the wind. A lot of players and a lot of fans that know Czar are not expecting this, Will. Does this surprise you at all?
A little bit, yeah, but I do like the play because he's going for key items. Two good things about that. Close time. Sorry, go ahead. Oh,
I'm sorry. This is the plan. This is what Team Vorpal and Zardia discussed. It's a different game.
Ooh,
oh, gosh, it's got to start over.
Yikes. Well, he has to revisit those chests, for one, because it's just too much. And Tripper making a show in chat here, the lead developer of the Final Fantasy Randomizer. Welcome, and we appreciate the compliment.
Welcome, Trope. Thank you for everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was we're starting to see a different type of Czar here. Anyone watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube from that great community that we have there, this is a different Czar. This was a plan. Czar wants this. He wants to play off Earth. He wants to get to the Sweet 16. He knows the caliber of opponent of Monoci85. Monoci's one of the elite, Will.
He absolutely is. He's somebody who can beat literally anybody on any given day. And that's because he knows when and how to take risks. Sometimes they blow up in his face, but more often than not, they pay off.
Monoci picks up his crown. Now, I don't think Czar has any save items. Those were a pack of undead. It was Geists that lightning to Czar and cost him some time, but it's almost always shadows in this area.
Yes,
He's
it
down.
is.
Oh, gosh.
Well, when the groups aren't shuffled, it's usually shadows, yes. And tigers are dangerous. Multi-hits, high crit possibility. And he's wiping again.
Okay.
And that's why I don't agree with the house purchase yet.
That's what cost him here.
It
Monoci's
did.
headed back. He's headed back towards the Elfland area. He goes back into the inner continent. He didn't go out. He used the south dock by the old Elfland. He's going to turn in the crown, but he's doing it this way.
Yeah, I don't mind the crown play. Czar is going to beat his head against a wall here. If he does not continue past this, if he does not get something good from Sarda and then save, he's going to be blowing a lot of time.
He gets away. There's a big pack of undead for Zardia. It's a lightning too. Hit the button.
Run luck and turn order are really not doing him any favors. But he's
upset.
Doing it again. That's why I disagree with him not taking some of that money and putting it towards some lower priced save items. No, going to Earth Cave is probably not the right play here. You've got two items you can pick up here in Sarda's Cave and from the Crown. So I wouldn't go Earth yet. I might after those two pickups. You want to make sure if one of those is the floater, you get into the air ASAP. But I don't mind an Earth play after that.
Czar's rather nice, short, sort of advantage lead is now neutralized. Monoci assumes control as he heads to Northwest Castle. He's going to return the crown to the kindly old king. King hands over the Oxio. Wait, hey. It is Astos.
Oh my goodness. I was wrong.
Zardia perishes again. Quake hits. Wow.
Look at that.
Falling in a crack.
And you should know that Astos has some pretty high magic defense, so...
He does.
He's not immune to it, but... not likely to hit. Monoci is making a marsh cave run.
With the ruby?
With the ruby. You know...
Okay.
That's Monoci for you.
Without access to warp and exit, ruby in hand, the ship, Will is dead for Monoci. Yeah. He's going to the Marsh Cave.
That's a 50% chance that I'm offended by him danning that character.
With 3 light warriors. Monoci puts Danny in the lead. That's named after our great tracker. Thank you very much, Danny. 3883.
One of the best in the biz.
I don't know about this.
I don't like either play. It's just me. Yeah. I don't like either play here at all.
Zardia is looking for the new Provoca. He's headed towards the old Onrak. He's poisoned. He has no heal pots. He has no save items. He's throwing caution to the wind. I like the aggressive nature, and I like finding Provoca.
Hot diggity. Now, what is he going to see here for level 2 magic? Oh, you can check the white magic, Czar. Go for it. You have access eventually. Brack. You gotta get Brack. Gotta get Brack. He doesn't.
Making it look easy.
I don't think he grabbed Brack.
Yeah, money.
Well, he's gonna get some after he kills some pirates. One Quake should do the trick.
Czar is hoping and praying that Pure Pots and heal potions, mostly Pure Pots, are available here in Provoca. We do not know quite yet. There's 10,000 gold for Mono in a heal pot.
Not bad.
Mono's making this Marsh Cave dive look easy.
Yeah, and he has a tendency. Quake has some very bad hit rate for pirates who have like virtually no MDef. Misses that pirate twice. Odds of that happening are pretty low. And number 3 does the trick. What have we here? Oh, a canoe!
Monoci gets it
on Monoci's side.
It's the other water vessel. That's interesting.
What will Czar be awarded? The bottle. So we have Oxyale and a bottle in our knowledge banks here.
Oh gosh, there's no pures. Look at Czar freeze over it.
Yikes! You gotta buy a cabin. I would definitely go buy some of that magic now.
Oh, it's tough.
Yep. This is what happens when you throw caution to the wind. You don't do any grinding. You don't take any of those environmental fights. And you leave yourself short like this on money and on HP. This is what happens.
Czar considers selling the giant sword. He's not going to do it.
I wouldn't.
Oh, look out! There's the zombie and ghouls. It's unrunnable. I think it was the Geist that had the spells, though.
If I remember correctly, you're right.
Yeah.
Quake works on the undead. If you wouldn't.
I think it's if they have legs. Is that correct? Something along those lines. It's kind of the general rule with the Earth Elemental.
For whatever reason, and breaking out that nuke. Level 7 for his characters.
The good news for Zardia is that he will not incur poison penalty damage in the boat. It will not happen in the water vessels.
Right.
He's going to try to head back towards the original Elfland and try to find some pure pots.
Again, this is a reason, like with low numbers of save items, why I wouldn't make a journey this far. And then you have Monochi without warps going to flippin' Marsh Cave. Like, I don't get either of these plays, but I'm not playing. They are.
Yeah. And
So-
with his main light warrior, clearly his main light warrior will on the ground. I would never have done that.
I don't. Yeah. Oh, a big 1 HP hit there from the shark.
Zardia
Nope.
making his way. No, it's not going to work, Zar. Let's
Yeah.
try.
Yeah, the ship won't go on the river. Try as you might.
Zar's going to try and use his cabins and try to get to the old Crescent Lake.
This is a
If
hell
this
of a
is
walk.
Lefane,
Oh,
boy.
yeah. This is a very, very tough walk because you've got pretty much every enemy here can wipe you in one hit. You got the lobster, or not the lobster, the scorpion fight, trolls and bulls.
Ooh, got bailed out. He's got the bottle, Will.
Yes, he does. This could this be a floater?
Wow.
Could
They did
this?
the bad. Fear. Ah!
You
Antidotes.
Oh man, that guy's so broke he can't afford to pay attention.
We'd like to welcome back Fate L. We have 2 Fates.
And a crystal.
As Zardia
Fetch.
picks up his crystal from the bottle turn in.
And the fetch quest keeps on rolling.
Also, like to welcome Shofu Kumachi, also out there on the west coast with yourself, Mr. Bloodworth,
Yes,
Monochi,
sir.
and Zardia. Maverick, great to see you. The Midnight Special 4. He is the Emerald City Saint. I am the Dragon Slayer. Together, we are...
The Illuminati!
As we reach the 20-minute mark, Monoci85 has his... what did he get out of Marsh, Will?
He got the canoe.
The canoe, thank you. He's got his canoe out. He's got both water vessels. Czar making big, strong, bold, aggressive plays that are not really working necessarily,
No.
but we don't know that they are not, but they
Yeah.
are...
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Because this crystal might turn into a floater. It's really a matter of racing to the floater and getting in the air ASAP. It's a ton of free chests, and you want to get those 2 loose items ASAP. 3 if there's a cabin out there from one of the NPCs.
Oh yeah, look out for a cabin from a main incentivized location or a main NPC. Nochi returned to Canaria to pick up those cheap pro rings. He's got 3 of them. Those 3 light warriors.
Did Czar buy Pures and then reset out when he saw you couldn't afford to save?
Yep.
Czar, we're gonna have to talk, sir.
Just hang in there, Czar. He's got to hang in there. He's got to relax.
Mm,
He's got to
Yeah,
quake
this-
these troll. Oh,
yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. Fate, not quite yet. It was gone and then it came back. Like some kind of crappy magic.
he's got to keep resetting because each step takes his HP. Meanwhile, Monochi85 is making his way towards the Titan's Tunnel.
Monochi is going to make progress while Czar tries to do things at low levels. Now, here's the thing. All the time he's trying to save by not grinding is getting blown away by all the things he's losing, all the time he's losing by not having high enough levels.
He still can't save.
Nope. That's a shame.
He's got 1 cabin left, doesn't he? There's the Peds, but good luck surviving.
He might have used the cabin right outside of town after he got the crystal, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh gosh.
He's in some trouble here. Yeah. Quake is a very low percentage on Peds.
The Giants, that's a ton of money, but he can't kill them.
Nope. He's getting ambushed by everything.
He's either going to get out of here or try a different encounter zone.
He's got to do something here.
Monoci85 makes his way to Sarda.
Yeah, we haven't seen Sarda yet, I don't believe. If this is the floater, then Czar's probably going to be a while. And it's the slab.
Slab. We have access to Melmon, but we'll have no access to Lefane. It's going to be airship locked at this point, so that's no help.
That's correct.
That's the good news for Czar. The bad news is, and it's being pointed out in chat live here on Twitch, twitch.tv/speedgaming by Deferret, Czar can't get the crystal because he didn't save. Did he?
That's correct.
I don't think he's got it.
I don't know for sure. I think he had 2 cabins, and I believe he used one at the docks, and I think he used one right outside of Crescent Lake after getting the crystal.
He's going to head back towards Canaria to revive. He's down to 9 gold. He's got to use the Lightning 3 and take out some monsters. And really, he needs to relax.
I think that's what he needs to do. I think he's trying to brute force his way through this, and now is the time to adopt a little bit of more of a finesse strategy.
Monoci has returned to the new Crescent Lake. I like Czar's play. He knows he's going up against. He wants to win. He played bold. He played aggressive. Definitely didn't work. Time to maybe retreat. Live to fight another day.
Len making a very good point that death solved the poison problem. That's one way to get away from being poisoned.
That's Len the cat. Joining us in chat. Always a pleasure, LTC.
Yep, and the katana was worth 55k, and in selling it, Monoci has enough money to do just about anything as far as the heal items he needs, pure items, save items, whatever he needs. Hell of a find.
Czar makes his way to the old Elfland. He's found the Melmon. He wants to save. I don't blame him.
Yep, well, he's got a slab. Wait, no, that's Monoci who has the slab.
Yes, Monoci was able to get to Sarda.
He got to Sarda. Now, if Czar had made it to Sarda, this would be a good move for him. This would be a good place for him to be.
Monoci's going to head south in the ship. He's going to do the dock, the south dock in Elf. No, he's not. He's going to walk it?
I don't understand this.
Okay. Well, he's going to translate his slab. That was the play. I'm surprised he took this route.
Yeah, well, Monoci will surprise you. If nothing else, Wraith's unrunnable.
Inside Melmon. Wow, Melmon. Well, hey, Melmon, it kind of sucks.
Yeah. Melmon is definitely not the kind of place you want a vacation.
Zardia picks up his Oxiale from the Kindly King, who is actually the Dark Elf Astos. Monoci85 getting rocked by the unrunnable race. Fights back with a nuke. But he's got his slab translated. We'd like to welcome to the chat. It's Boletta. Welcome to the Midnight Special 4. Always a pleasure to see you.
Monoci staying at the Hanoi Hilton, getting his HP back, saving a little bit. Now let's see what level 5 Black Magic's looking like. It was a good thing he saved. And Fast is level 5, and it is buyable if he has him. And he's also got an Ice 3 pickup if he wants it, but he's got Nuke.
Ice 3's class change locked. It's in the original warp slot.
That's correct.
It's got that information, though. Anyone know where... Chat, anybody know when Czar's birthday is? Because we need to get him pure pots. So that he can have them.
Get him a case. Get this poor guy a case. Apparently Boletta's got some bottles handy, so let's fill those with pure potions and get him over to him.
Monoci gets back to his ship after the somewhat odd routing. It seems that he just didn't want to go that way. Maybe he wants to head towards that on-rack area and feels that this is somehow closer.
I'm telling you, odd routing is kind of the order of the day on this sea. It doesn't matter which player you're talking about.
It is. You know, is it nerves? Remember, the winner moves on to the Sweet 16. Guaranteed a playoff berth. The loser into the Shark Tank with the other 3 and 2s for the play-in race.
That's right. And then the lucky 2 and 3s who made their way to play into the play-in race.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have a champion who went 2 and 3 in the Swiss round. It is possible.
Good, we got some strong 2 and 3s out there. One of them, you know, well, there's too many of them to mention, really.
Yeah. Monoci is going to make the journey. It's going to be a lot easier for him because he's got both levels and save items. And a canoe, so he doesn't have to walk around the lake.
Right. Did Czar get the crown?
I didn't see that. Kyo240 wants to know, I don't know what this routing is. Join the clubs. Join the club.
I mean, I understand what they're doing. I just don't understand why that way. But you know, they're 3-1.
Yep.
And one of them's gonna be moving on to the playoffs. We won't know for another 8 hours or so whether or not I'm gonna make it. So this is their stage. This is their story. They can do it however they want, I suppose.
That's the freedom you get in a randomizer. You get to make decisions that, if they play out correctly, you get to look like a hero. And if they play out wrong, you might look like a goat.
Monoci has found the new Gaia over in the old Crescent Lake. He does not have the luxury of having the bottle. He did not head to the old on-rack where Provoca is.
Correct.
He's going to head that way, I think, pretty quickly. Maybe look to knock out that waterfall.
That might not be a bad play. Czar is eventually going to get to Sarda here.
Zardia is going to pick up his slab. He's got access to all the town information. He does not have to make the trip out of his way to potentially translate this like Monoci did.
Correct.
That's the good news.
Bad news is he doesn't have a canoe.
I don't think Czar has the crown. Danny, he doesn't have that, right? Danny is typing away in the background to help us. Danny3883, thank you very much. He had it and turned it in. Czar did?
I know. I'm pretty sure Monoci did.
Yeah, I didn't think Czar did. Okay. Sounds like he did. He fought Astos. Okay, Luigi, another one of our great trackers. Okay. Alright, maybe we were just confused by the whole routing and how we got there.
Yeah. It's easy to get lost in the shuffle of this whole... whatever you would call this.
Naki Boto says it as well, so,
Good.
Okay.
Czar continuing to get beat up by low to mid-level enemies. Making his way back to that katana.
Yeah, what happened with Czar was he was hanging out with the confused old men in the former circle of sages, but he had already gotten the crown, so he was a confused old man himself, and he was so confused, he made us confused, Will. I that's what happened.
I'm pretty sure that confusion is an airborne virus, and we're all contracting it right now.
Speaking of airborne viruses, great to work with you again, Will. It's so fun to get together with you. I think you're the best. You're a legend in Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's such an honor to get to work with you. It's so few times that we can do it, and I never turn down that opportunity.
No, likewise. Anytime I get the chance to, I'm gonna hop on the mic with you. Heal? We have a heal staff getting, Did he move the heal staff, or did he actually dump it off?
Monoci?
No, Czar.
I don't know. Go do an Earth Cave, no?
Welcome the lovely Cataclysmic to the chat. Love you, dear.
Ah, one of my favorites, Cataclysmic. Welcome to the show. Czar's down to 2 fighters, just trying to get back to the new Crescent Lake. Monoci85 picks up his bottle. Let's take a look at Monoci here now. He's been running the 3 Light Warriors, Will. Can he do the waterfall at this point in time?
He can. It's a matter of if he should, but I don't think should is really prohibiting either of these guys from doing anything. So, you know what? Why not? Let's do it.
Hey, yeah, Mirage Tower. Sure, let's do it.
Let's do it.
No chime? Who needs no chime?
Who needs a chime? I'll knock down the walls with, I don't know, the giant sword, I guess.
Yeah, the Bane Sword.
Do that.
Monoci85 is going to make his way to the Caravan Oasis area. He's going to look for some information on a potential vendor item to maybe break this game open.
That would be very interesting. And what do we have here? Is it a purchasable floater, maybe?
Could be. It
It is not.
So no sign of the vendor item. That's going to be airship locked.
The vendor item is going to be either in the Gaia area, or it's going to be in Lefane. Nuke is making quick work here.
Yeah, one of those will be the New Lefane, and the other will be a town called Onrak.
That's right. Which is required to beat this game. To return the power of one of the 4 orbs.
Monoci85 at the 31-minute mark enters the waterfall. To me, I know he's got 300 HP on Danny, his lead light warrior. This makes me nervous.
Monoci doesn't get nervous, it would appear. Yeah. He's the kind of guy who sells an opal bracelet if he needs the money. We're not talking about somebody who plays a cautious game here. Deferred 60 calling a vanilla floater. And Kiyosang likes the waterfall play. I'll tell you if I like it after we see what the robots got.
If Czar can make the move of going back and getting that crystal from turning in the bottle, then that could break this game open potentially as well. This is critical right now, just past the half-hour mark. What's in the waterfall, and what does Zardia do next after his rough early game?
Looks like Deferred 60 punched some numbers into his TI-85 and figured out that the algorithm and flags favor the vanilla floater. Now, I don't know what that algorithm looks like, but if you're right, then all credit will go to you. Nuke making quick work with these mummies on Monoci's side. Good XP there. Heal helmet. Good money.
Look at all the buckets in here.
Lots and lots of
silver helmets, money.
Jeez. And the tail for his efforts. Congratulations. You got zonked.
Desired, not required.
Yeah. And definitely not what he's hoping for at this stage of the game, I don't think.
Czar has translated his slab. He's still on the inner sea dock, though. He needs to break out of there. I've got to hope that he tries to turn in that crystal. If it does, that could even this game back up, because Monoci's starting to open up a lead.
I would say he definitely has an advantage at this point. We know how we're careful to say lead before we have go mode. And I will say that Monoci has an advantage here. Definitely on levels alone, but certainly has explored more places.
The levels, the knowledge, certainly, of the waterfall key item, the tail as well.
Monoci enough of a hero to get us the out of bounds bat as well, so we thank you for that.
The great background, interactive background changing that we have here in Final Fantasy Randomizer. When a player enters a dungeon, we have a unique background switch on the right side of your screen. That is the waterfall background for Monoci, and soon it will be the marsh cave background on the left side of your screen for Zardia.
That's correct. He's going to get himself a canoe if he can make his way down there. Len the Cat asking the question of if they agreed on the same party or if it was a coincidence. And to be honest with you, I don't know. Will, do you have any idea?
Yes, it was. They talked about this beforehand. I was actually there during the negotiations. I requested. I know these are both West Coast kind of guys. They said, listen, midnight special. You know, we get a great audience. You know, we got the Bolettas out there right now. We got Aberon. We got Blasphemous, Jeffy, and everybody. And I said, you know, we get a great audience. I might be able to talk Bloodworth into getting there. Let's do it. They both loved it. And they said, well, what about party makeup? And I just walked away. So.
That was a smart time to do it, I think.
Yep. Yeah. Question from Boletta, actually. Does the tracker change the background manually? Yes. That is in the background. Danny3883, one of the best in the business and best I've ever worked with. We'd also like to welcome to the chat and the live video a founding member of Team Vorpal. It's the mad scientist, Shalazia.
Oh yeah, definitely a proponent of the Vorpal Blade, and definitely not a fan of Masa. 5 hits, 5 damage. That one's for you, buddy.
5 hits, 5 damage. Zardia picks up his canoe. He's got to run it out of here. Monoci skipped these chests to the right. There's 2 of them. There's one. The contents is in iron armor. Monoci ran out of here and said, forget about it.
Now, did either of these players check the top of Marsh?
Negative. Not that I saw.
You know what? If I was making my way to the Marsh Cave, I would probably do that. It's 4 chests and they're not that far away. And if they're nothing, then they're nothing. You just get out of there.
got a question in chat, Will, from Superfly Mecha Cat. Is the music sped up as well?
It is not. No, this is the tempo of the music in the vanilla version of the game.
Zarda picks up a flame sword that Monochi will never see. Monochi's heading to Castle of Ordeal.
This is no more surprising of a play than going Waterfall early.
Yep.
So I don't like ever going to Castle of Ordeals, especially when I don't have Warp, which of course he does not.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Some enemies in here that I don't like. Man-cat,
Mad
Catman,
Cats.
sorcerers, unrunnable nightmares. You're gonna have to get through some zombie dragons if you think you're gonna get out of here.
Oh,
There's the
Monochi getting zonked. Back to the beginning, sir.
That's the whammy pillar.
That's right. There's a few of those. Monochi's getting a little bit of lag on his stream, it looks like, but hopefully that'll pick back up.
What is not lagging are his levels. He's at level 13 at the 37-minute mark.
He's taking fights when he needs to, and I do appreciate that strategy. And another zonk. Again, the benefit here is going to be getting levels as he goes, if he can survive.
Zardia in the Marsh Cave has a Petrified Light Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
He's right around level 8, that's 5 levels behind his opponent. He's gonna heal up, we'll see what he does with his Petrified Light Warrior named Mono.
He's made of stone. Hand him a magic cookie and wake him up. I don't know if he's planning on leaving him that way or not. I'm going to assume he's not.
Got a question for you, Will. A question from chat. As Zardia's headed to the top side of March, keep an eye on this.
My God.
A question for both of us, really. From Zombie in chat. Does it bother you that he left Will dead, referring to Monoci85? Well, I can give my answer on that. I think it's a huge mistake. Mr. Bloodworth, what do you think?
I would definitely not leave someone named Will dead for that long.
Whammy! Another whammy! From Monochi. He's back at the beginning again. It's the 4th pillar.
Yeah, I guess he's going for 100% pillar connection here in this run. He's gonna have to go all the way around to the what I would call the troll pillar.
Question from Blasphemous in chat. Does the randomizer fix spells? You darn right it does.
Yes, yeah, there is an option that's pretty much default checked to make all the spells work as intended.
Temper, Exfer, Lock, all that sort of stuff. The black
And
belt
Lock too.
is fixed, yes. Weapons fixes, the Vorpal becomes relevant.
Yes.
The way it was designed for critical hits in the story that Dungeons & Dragons adapted from Alice in Wonderland.
That's right. Knows his history, knows where that Vorpal came from. Very nice.
Dude.
I would hope Team Vorpal would know that kind of information. So it's impressive.
Well, we do, right, Chalasia? Black belt as well is fixed. So many other things that are as well. You can buy 10 heal potions at once. You don't have to sit there, buy one, buy one, buy one. We call that the quality of life enhancements.
Indeed.
And Troper was here earlier, and Troper Zero, if you're still here, come out and say hi to the fans. He is our lead developer.
And Monochi finally getting it. Ooh, Czar picking up the max gold.
That's just enough, you gotta run it out.
That's the highest number that you can get from a chest. 65535, system limitation on the Nintendo. So Czar's pretty much good for the rest of the game, I think. Or very close to it.
And no sign of a vendor item quite yet, but it's still a ways off.
It is.
Monochi, as Will said, is through the pillar maze. It was quite an adventure.
Yeah, he really likes touching pillars. And you know what? Everybody's got their thing.
How about the honoring for Monochi and naming his light warriors after the broadcast crew and the contributors here in Final Fantasy Randomizer? Falconic, Lyra, of course, Will, who has passed on, and Danny. It's such an honor from such a great person. No
doubt. It's very much appreciated. And Monochi finds a key. This could be interesting.
Okay.
This could be very interesting. Do we have a key-locked floater? That's what we need to know. Where's the floater at?
There's one incentivized location left. It's the Ice Cave. Now, we got 2 loose items, Will. And we haven't seen anything yet. Could be, the adamant that leads to a rod. Could be a cube. This solidifies that at least one of them will be required.
Yes.
If that loose item is a floater, this game is anyone's game. I could jump in and potentially win this game at this point.
I mean, I would hope you wouldn't, because I do need a broadcast partner here, but you're probably not wrong.
FFR, the show, and the fans come first. It is certainly our philosophy. That's how we got to know each other, Will.
That's right.
And that is what we do. We certainly appreciate you joining us here live on Speed Game, or potentially later on, reloaded, re-uploaded over on YouTube. We see that community, and we think you guys are great. We're working on more YouTube exclusives as well, and we thank you for joining us.
Indeed, thanks for being what makes this all worthwhile.
That's why we do this. Or else we wouldn't be here.
No.
We'd still have our matches. We'd still be duking it out and having fun, but without the fans, we're not here live on Speed Gaming.
We'd just be BSing back and forth on Discord, which really wouldn't do anybody any good. Thank you for being here.
42-minute mark. Zardia does have that crystal in his inventory. That could be the play.
I have this sneaking suspicion that floater is behind that crystal somewhere.
Think so?
I
in
do.
Some sort of chain?
I think it's either going to be a chain or that's going to be it. I have the feeling that Masa is going to be locked and be behind a locked chest.
Okay.
I'm just throwing some...
Czar, turn in the crystal.
Yeah.
Czar.
I'm just throwing some my own crystal ball stuff out of there.
Czar, turn in the crystal.
Yeah.
Is not the plan. Monoci85 picks up warp for both his light warriors, Falconic and Lyra from level 6 magic.
Yeah, Monoci, picking up warp after doing waterfall and ordeals. I mean, order of operations, not necessarily optimal, but we'll go ahead and go with it.
Better late than never?
Yeah, I think.
Good.
And it'll help you in Ice Cave if you end up having to go there. Monoci making the play here. Lock chests. And nothing important.
Resets.
He's Marsh. Marsh
Elflin.
locked.
Oh, Elflin Armory.
Oh, first, yeah.
Yeah, 4 of them. And he can just reset if it's nothing.
Yeah. And there's a possibility of Marsh locked being in play here. It's Monoci. I wouldn't put it past him.
Zardia some spell shopping with all that money that he found.
Monoci wanted to say hi to the guards there real quick. Silver helmet.
Couple bucks. Nothing.
Nothing. Power staff, which does literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
That's right. Like the goggles, they do nothing. The bridge. The bridge of destiny.
Monoci makes his way to the dwarf cave. Good amount of chests in here. Could there be something? Could there be your favorite? Perhaps the defense sword. Could there be a vorpal blade? How about a piece of armor?
Maybe an opal bracelet. There's a cap. There's a piece of armor. You asked for it.
Leather cap. Sure. That's exactly what he wanted, I'm sure. Wow, is this a dud? And
adamant.
it changes!
Lazy adamant.
Wow.
Could it be that the
and the defense sword!
Look at you calling it.
Wow, okay. So that's one of our 2 loose items, fans. Monoci's headed back towards Smithy McBeard's sword.
Could it be? It's a loot.
Well, it's required.
It is.
That's not what they wanted, though. Now, the plot thickens.
How long is it going to take for one of these players to come up with a floater?
How long is it going to take Czar to turn in the crystal?
Probably
he's not going to do it, yeah.
He wants to go to Ice Cave before he turns in that very easy to turn in item, Czar.
Okay.
Yes,
Zardia has made his way to the Ice Cave at the 45-minute mark. His levels are not the greatest at all.
Nope.
Does not have warp. Oh gosh. Okay.
Monoci has some more locked chests to check here. He could go to Canaria, he could go to the Temple of Fiends, and he could go to Marsh.
Yeah. He's gonna turn in the bottle and pick up the crystals. What he's gonna do as Zardia enters the Ice Cave.
There we go. Czar does not have warp, to my recollection.
No. He wouldn't have any hits of it.
He wouldn't have the levels for it anyway. You're right.
No.
That's a shame. I don't even know if Monoci yet has enough levels for charges of warp.
think so. He's got it. He owns it. I don't think he has any hits.
Yep, Lyra pointing out that Czar is taking us for a wild ride like Mr. Toad here.
You know what? It's Czar. As a roller coaster as it is, I don't think he would have it any other way.
No. Czar is playing like Monoci, and I wonder if that's a thing. So, Monoci has a crystal. Will he turn it in?
Yep.
Here's hoping. I mean, we want to get to bed at some point tonight, right?
Some of us can't. They have matches to prepare for coming up. Noon Eastern time, right here, live on Speed Gaming. Speed Gaming Prime, this very channel. Battle of 3-in-1s, Wickliosis versus Wab. Stay tuned.
Yep, and I'm supposed to be impartial as a commentator, but I gotta tell you, I'm rooting for you, buddy.
Thank you.
And taking a sorcerer fight. Why not?
Pretty good experience. They aren't as deadly as they used to be. That's where their numbers came from, I would think.
Yep. And here we go. Oh, Wraith's Images and Spectres are unrunnable.
Yeah, but I think it was the Geist that caused the problem earlier. They were the ones with the spells. They won't show up here, hopefully.
They're the ones with the nasty spells. And Xanth raiding with a party of 9. Thank you, Xanth, for the raid. Czar, taking a moment. Gotta love this guy.
Thank you very much, Xanth. Xanth, used to be a duckling, plays Final Fantasy every now and then with the raid. Always great to see you, Xanth. I wish I had an angel.
Feywin's breaking out the umlauts.
Umlaut?
Umlauts.
One of my favorite bands from your area using the umlaut, my Queensryche.
That's right.
Oh,
they are indeed.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And I don't know where Motley Crue is from, but they do it as well.
It's called Los Angeles.
Oh, they're from LA. That shouldn't surprise me. What does one have to do in order to become a duckling? Asks Super Luigi 52. The answer to that is join the Discord and pick up this game.
You can start at FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. It's where you can make one of these games. You can play this very game, this exact game. You can send me a message, Mr. Bloodworth, perhaps Falconic, maybe Mama Duck. We can get you this exact seed, if that's, or means to play this, I guess you could say.
If you want to play this seed, I mean, more power to you. I wouldn't, but, you know. Look how much fun these guys are having. They're having a ball. They're exploring the entirety of the game. I think they're going to full clear it.
Monoci has one warp hit. Look at the way he played this. And he
And
picks
it's
up the herb.
It is the herb. Do we maybe have a loose floater?
The likelihood of that just keeps growing.
It
Behind that
does.
herb, if that's not the floater, it's loose.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you, once Czar gets that information, or one of these players turns into Crystal, then we're gonna have that, and Czar's gonna go bonkers. I know where he's going, and you know where he's going because I told him to.
Uh-huh. And Shelley's asking, no, the masa was not found yet. It was not.
If it was found, it'd have been sold anyway.
Mhm. Yeah.
Gosh, both players needed money so well. Monoci resets. What happened?
I didn't catch it.
Monoci hit reset. There's the
Ooh,
power gauntlet and an Aegis shield.
Hot diggity daffodil. We got some gear here.
Wow, this came up fast. Was it the Frost Wolves?
I don't know.
What was it? Mute?
I didn't. It might have been a mute reset. Yeah. Chat saying. Mute happened. And Czar. We don't have a floater yet. We do have some good gear. That bonk glove is a huge pickup.
There's the mute from the Spectres. They're
It is-
unrunnable. Monoci resets again.
Mm-hmm.
Zardia never saw it.
I think Czar saw it once.
Okay, that's why that was his second round in. Okay, that makes sense. That's
sure.
a break for Czar. He needed that.
Yeah, and he needs it again. Because he's got to get out of here.
Unrunnable sorcerers, but a big slash from the Dragon Sword
Mhm.
takes them out. That's level 10 for Czar's 4 Light Warriors.
Yeah. And a Gurpeed, he says no thank you. I might have taken that fight.
Unrunnable Wraiths for Czar now. This is the Ice Cave of Unrunnables.
Is he using... Okay. Some decent rolls on that nuke. All you gotta do, buddy, all you gotta do is get out of here. You have 5 chests left. Maybe one's a floater, maybe one is, I don't know. Maybe one's a Vorpal.
Could be, you know, maybe a white shirt. How about like a Zeus gauntlet or something along those lines, you know?
A nice AoE item to
Yeah.
prevent mute from being a big deal. Actually, that wouldn't matter. Never mind.
Right.
Chat, forget I said anything.
There's a big formation of wizards for Czar. They've rolled a couple hits, but Czar gets away.
And Poison Touch. Man. Czar doesn't want to see Poison again if you...
Uh-oh!
Oh, ooh.
Left side of your screen. He's got the palette shuffle on. You can't tell which one's which, Will, because he's changed the colors.
Well, I know the Wraiths are in the back row. That's usually how they align.
Lightning 2 from the Geist.
Oh,
Lightning
twice!
2 again. Vayne survived.
Unbelievably.
Lightning 3 gets off. It's going to take care of the ugly ones.
Was that lightning? Let me show you.
Monoci picks up his herb again. Czar's gonna try to hack. He's got a hack. He's gonna get away with it.
Let's hope he does not get stuck with that fight again.
Will, do you get out of here? You
You
gotta walk back out, Will.
Yeah.
You check
I
the
think
3
so.
and walk out. That's
I-
the safe thing to do, but I think it's the smart thing.
It is definitely a good idea. He's running low on resources.
He is.
You can go back down and... Bane Sword!
Bane Sword is good. It won't work against the undead.
I know how much you love that weapon.
I do.
Yes. Oh, he's gonna
so
do
he's
it.
gonna go for it. Okay.
He's gonna do it. He's using the Bane Sword.
Poison
and he's-
smoke.
Poison smoke! And he gets his herb.
He's got that information. Can Czar get a...
Oh, look at this guy.
That's the plan.
Aha. Yeah, well, it worked once.
I'd like to see him put the Bane Sword on Vayne, the Black Mage here, and
Yeah.
attack fighters.
It makes more sense. He can
Low
save
HP
spell
too.
charges. Yeah. He can save spell charges doing that. And leave himself an out after he gets his levels high enough, gets his HP high enough. He's got 53 heal potions, so if he does a little mini grind here and doesn't get stuck by these guys, he's okay. But...
Question from chat. Ali Jerbrat, welcome to the show, my friend. Warp was second slot, level 6 black magic. Monoci has 1 hit of it.
Ooh!
I think it was... Oh no.
Ooh, we didn't know about that, did we?
Oh, this is trouble.
Nuke gets off, though.
Wow.
No low rolls, kids.
The mute missed.
Bang! And Nuke does the job.
It is
RNG.
imperative. If Czar wants to stay in this match, he has got to get out of here.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a ton of time if he does not get out of here.
Monoci's made his way through. We know there's some wizard encounters, maybe some birds and mummies on this floor, but Monoci's starting to buzzsaw through the ice cave.
Yes.
Oh no, it's unrootable, Will!
Yikes! Please get out of here, Czar.
This is
Keep it
huge.
competitive.
That
Keep
Bane
it
Sword's not
competitive.
gonna work.
Nope.
Here we go. The Bane Sword goes off. It won't get any of them.
No idea why he did that.
Gets out his spell hits. There's the lightning tube from the Geist.
Oh,
108, a huge roll.
No.
Black
That's
Mage is
bad.
gone.
Yikes.
Mute's not gonna matter.
Nope.
He's gotta hack him. Oh, 76 isn't enough.
Wow.
Monoci
somebody
fires
was saying-
into his. Oh,
Somebody was
gosh.
saying very, very lucky to Ferret, and I will offer you the opportunity to retract that statement now. Oh,
Fire
and
two?
fire. Oh, wow.
And
Czar.
Oh no!
Czar is basically SOL right now.
He's gotta kill the ugly ones.
They're all the ugly ones.
Ruse?
Ruse! This just gets better and better. He's thinking, which one do I want to get rid of first?
Monochi is out of the ice cave with his herb. He's also got the power gauntlet and the Aegis shield. Czar in a absolute war with the undead and the unrunnables.
The stun. Oh, and he's stun locked.
He's stun locked. Dizzy's spinning endless and he resets and he's leaving.
My. If that herb leads to a floater, this is practically game over unless you have a monster Topher.
Monoci85 has realized that he needs to turn in the crystal. He's walking north. This is going to be a long trek.
I feel bad for Czar, but by that same token, he knew what he was risking by going there at the low levels he had.
Gold bracelet pickup for the buzzsaw, 38,000 gold.
Not bad.
Does he sell the heel helmet?
Yeah, that's definitely a move he would do.
Czar's following in Monochi's footsteps, but he could not get the herb out or the power gauntlet. He's got the information, but it just puts him farther behind.
It does. Especially if, like I said, if that herb is a necessary piece. I mean, it might lead to a ribbon. That's not a big deal. It'd be nice to have, but it's not essential. But if that's the floater, it's GG. I'll say it now.
Monochi closing in on Matoya's cave. Czar closing in on his ship. Is this crystal? Was it the floater all along?
We shall see.
It's
Ribbon.
A ribbon!
Well then.
Okay.
Czar lucky enough. But the herb is probably our floater.
Well, what we're down to is the cube, the rod, and the floater.
Yeah, and we have locked chests that we haven't seen yet. I don't think we've been to Canaria, we haven't been to TOF, and we haven't been to Marsh Locked.
One will be the vendor item, one will come from the herb turn-in, and one will be loose. The way this game is going, near the hour mark, I can feel, it just feels like the floater's loose. There's the floor ball.
Oh my. A moment of silence for your sword here.
There's an endgame weapon picked up from Monoci85 with great routing. Zardia picks up his ribbon. The plot continues to thicken. It's all about the herb, Will. Right here.
Yeah. Willie Nelson can't be wrong, man. It's definitely all about the herb, and we need to make sure that if he turns that in and doesn't get a floater, that we figure out where the heck that floater is.
Minoci's gonna route in a check of the Temple of Fiends Revisited lock chests. I bet you he probably doesn't even know where his ship is at this point.
I don't think he cares.
No, I don't think he cares either. This is a good time to go ahead and get a quick recap in. Once again, we'd like to thank Danny3883. She's got all the notes set up for myself and Mr. Bloodworth to do this. Key item, loose. Locked in the dwarf cave, it was the adamant. It led to the loot in the dwarf cave itself. The defense sword was also in there as well. A katana was found in the Titan's Trove. The game changer, the Vorpal Blade, in Canaria Locked that we just talked about. The king gave us TNT. Sarah gave us the ship after she was rescued. That TNT turn-in led to the ruby. The Circle of Sages handed over the crown. Oxyale was given from Astos after he got his crown back. Bicky, after his pirates were defeated, gave us the bottle. Located in the incentivized marsh cave was the canoe. A tiny fairy handed over the crystal. Sarda handed the slab. The robot in the waterfall the tail. Located inside Castle of Ordeal was the mystic key. Ice Cave held the herb. We're going to find out what that led to. The blacksmith, of course, had the loot. Matoya had the ribbon after the crystal came from the tiny fairy. And the bottle came from Bicky, yes. And that's where we're at. Right here at the hour mark, live on Speed Gaming. We are the Reluminati. He is the Emerald City Saint. I am the Dragon Slayer. Thank you for joining us.
Here we go. The moment of truth. The herb is...
It's gotta be.
Gonna be... the floater.
Yep.
And guess what, Czar?
Oh boy.
You're in for a long seed, buddy.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
He had it too. He was at the right place. He had it.
And then he noped out. That is very unfavorable for him.
Monoci85, once again, does not know where his ship is. As Bloodworth said, he doesn't care. He's headed towards the Ryukan Desert.
Oh. And guess what? Air freaking born. First place to go, probably Gaia. And it is. Is it Lefane or Gaia? Or Onrak, rather. And it is Onrak. Cube is our loose item. Got the money.
Item. Okay. We have all our information that we need to know. Zardia does not quite yet, obviously. Monoci85, his next big task is the rod. It's loose somewhere or something that leads to it. I believe it's the rod itself. I think we've caught all the other
know
items.
What we haven't seen yet. I don't know if there's anything we haven't yet seen. I'm pretty sure every incentivized item has been found.
We'd like to welcome to the chat, Will. There he is. See him? It's the Fresh Maker.
Haha, Mentos Man 8. Welcome. Welcome to the Midnight Madness party. Czar getting zonked just like Monoci was
like...
probably a half hour ago.
Monoci making great use of that nuke spell. Non-elemental, highest damage in the game, highest base.
That's
Takes out
right.
the Frost Wolves. He's headed towards the original Lefane, which is the new Lefane here in the Town Shuffle.
Meet the new town, same as the old town. And we get a chime.
And there is the chime.
Now that looks familiar.
It does.
Same city, same item. This
I did that 30 years ago.
Yeah. Something like that.
That is the chime. That does confirm that the rod will be loose. It could have been reversed. But the way this is going, you just knew that was going to be the chime somehow.
No question. And with the cube and a chime, you know what? 50 chests in the Mirage Tower and Sky Cave combined. I'm thinking the rod's going to be anywhere. Probably there.
Yeah. Monoci85 jumps back into his airship. Let's see where he goes to next. Czar made quicker work of the Pillar Shuffle maze than Mono did. Monoci is headed towards Bahamut. He's going to class change.
He wants to put on his big boy pants. Can you blame him? You want those level 1 through 3 magic spells in white magic. And I believe you would want the higher level black magic on those black wizards. I believe the Ice 3 access comes from that, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it something different? Yeah.
Yep, Ice 3 was class locked.
Mm-hmm.
Monoci's actually down to 1 warrior. He's going to put the Aegis shield. He can equip that now.
It's okay, you know what I say, you only need 1 to win.
Zardia picks up his Mystic Key. Does this lead him more astray and farther away from the Ice Cave, which is required, which will lead to the floater?
Mm-hmm. He definitely needs to do something to encourage him to go back there.
Comment here live in chat from Faye Wins. The Vorpal needs to be equipped. You dang right.
50% of this commentary team agrees with you.
50%'s a good shot.
That's not bad. You
Monoci's gonna raid the Cardia Islands, just finding money so far. Zardia heads back in his boat, continues to sail the high seas. He's headed towards the waterfall.
Troll dragon gonna troll. Yep.
Monoci resets, he found nothing.
I love the floating save. I love that play. And big bag and nothing there too.
3 more to go here in the Cardia Islands.
Indeed. Yeah, I would absolutely use defense on my DPS.
Cube is the vendor item. Monoci85 was able to buy it. It was located in the new on-rack area, shuffled at the original Gaia entrance. Czar's checking that out at the Oasis to see if it's there. Is it the floater? It is not. It's nothing. Czar
Oh,
does
here
not
we
hit
go.
reset. Oh boy.
I love it. Love it. I like going there as quickly as
Oh,
possible.
he reset.
Why did he... What did I miss? Did I miss something?
He wants...
Oh, is he
houses?
getting... Ah... That's
Same
1/10. 1/10. And he's going... Oh, he's gonna save, okay.
Sea Shrine?
I don't know if that's it, or if he just wanted a
Sea
10th.
Shrine. It's Sea Shrine.
He's going C. He thought better of going in Mirage. You know what?
Tell us, Will. I know you're dying to say it. Give it to us.
There's fewer chests in Sea Shrine, and they're farther apart. I would probably, at minimum, check 1 and 2 Mirage before coming here. Now he can prove me wrong. He can pull Rod out of the mermaid floor or out of TFC, but the numbers say you should go in Mirage. And 3 of the chat agree with me, and that's good enough for me.
I'm trying to look at the advantages of what Monoci decided to do, because he went to do that. He did. Mm-hmm. The split of the Sea Shrine allows you to go either way, so potentially you could find that rod one way, not have to go the other way. Could be an option.
Yes.
Or, you know,
XP
Mirage is the. I don't know.
So here's the thing, and he's doing if you're gonna do the Sea Shrine with 1 loose item left, this is the correct play. You pick up the chest on the way down to Kraken. If it's not there, at least you kill Kraken. You go back up on the way up.
Unrunnable Sehag fight. Monoci85 fires a nuke. Danny behind the scenes looking to switch potentially the audio to whom we feel is our leader at this point in time. Will, this is a lead now. We're not at advantage anymore. Monoci's opened up a pretty hefty, nice little margin.
We can't even be impartial on that. It's definitely a Monoci lead. He got in the air way sooner than Czar will, and that is going to make a gigantic difference. That's probably going to buy him at least a Topher wipe or 2. If we're looking at a tough Topher. And if we're not, this is practically Monoci's game.
Czar starting to traverse the waterfall. This is non-required. It will yield the desired tail. There's the ghost from Monoci85. They absolutely blast Danny.
Mm-hmm.
That knight's down to 82 HP, but he fires off the nuke and takes him out. He has to full clear this. He knows that rod is loose.
Yes, indeed. So what do? We check every chest on the way to Kraken.
Czar with 2 Petrified Light Warriors, 3 Petrified Light Warriors. It's Stone Touch, but he gets a nuke off.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have 0 life access.
I know Life 1 was locked out, and I don't think we've seen Life 2.
Which means we don't get Life 2.
Sounds about right.
Yep. So you're gonna want to go into Topher pretty beefy, so you don't lose any characters before you get to Kraken. And that is where Czar will excel. If Czar does what Czar normally does, and grinds like a madman and gets his levels up to where he can survive just about anything, short of a nuclear holocaust, he will have a good shot.
Literally, nuclear, radioactive.
Mm-hmm.
Monoci continues his raid. He is 1 floor away from Kraken. He's got to check the Sharknado room first. Zardia picks up his tail.
Could it be the rod in here? Ice Sword, great pickup. Not as great as a Masa. Not as great as arguably a Vorpal or X-Cal. But it's very good pickup at this point.
Monoci's running from a double gray shark encounter?
Not sure I understand. That's a ribbon!
Well, that's apparently one of the ribbon then.
That's not a bad pickup for that fight.
See if Monoci warps back. He does not.
No.
He's running from this encounter, Will. I really like this encounter.
With a Wiz Sea Hag, not quite as much, but the double Gershark, I probably would have taken that.
Czar without warp charges has to walk out.
Yes.
Monoci closing in on Kraken, looking to light our first orb. We're past the 70-minute mark.
And this would be the first orb of the match at 110. Or 1 whatever. No Rod. We do not have access to Lich.
No go mode.
No go mode. We don't even have no mode yet because we don't know where that Rod is.
It could be anywhere. It could be a floating fortress. It could be an earth cave.
It could be literally anywhere other than Earth 4 or in Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Be locked in Marsh Cave away.
It could be. And that's why I was liking that play. It's 3 chests, but you know what? It's 3 chests your opponent's not going to check. And with Warp, it doesn't take long. You can reset out if you don't get anything worthwhile. And the levels you got, it's a pretty quick walk.
No, she's not passing on this fight. He wields the Vorpal. Vorpal does the damage, takes out the big eye. Now he's going to take out the Gray Shark. And get a level off of this, too.
Feywin's asking, did no one do Volcano? No one has set foot in Volcano yet. No.
At the 70-minute mark, no orbs, no Volcano.
If I was Czar, that might be where I go.
He might just wander into it.
Now, if you're in Czar's head right now, do you think, hey, you know what, that herb might have been a floater? Or do you think, I'm going to take a chance that the herb was not the floater and go open chests?
As much as I would like to take the chance, Czar's not going to do that. Czar's going to head to the ice cave right now, I would certainly think. You have to know. You have to find out. Brack
strats work.
Broken
The Wizards get
to pieces.
The Wizards get the job done, because if they didn't, they were going to get completely wiped.
Monoci got away with one there, Will.
Nope. Yes, he did.
He's bringing back both Light Warriors. Monoci's bringing back his leader, Will.
Ooh, look at that. I'll be danged.
Czar is actually checking key-locked chests. If he goes to the Dwarf Cave, he will find that adamant, which will lead to his required loot. But he has got to get to the Ice Cave. Monoci re-enters the Sea Shrine. He's going to visit the mermaids.
The only chance Czar has to catch up a ton of time here is if he goes to a locked chest that has the rod. And Monoci spends a bunch of time checking Mermaid Floor, checking Sky Cave, checking Mirage Tower. And Czar will get to skip all of that if he checks the locked chests and a rod is there. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, Monoci's pretty much running away with this.
Monoci runs into the unrunnable Seheg fight. He is back to 4 Light Warriors. He feels comfortable with the work that he did on the 3.
Yeah, Czar gonna find some disappointment here.
Monoci gets ambushed by the waters in the Naga. They start to bash at him. Monoci's gonna run. He's not gonna take the fight.
Czar keeps the golden houses, and he's gonna go in here to...
The sequence at 113.
Yeah.
Black shirt, a flame armor. 2-night party. Yeah,
that's
shirt's
pretty.
good.
Did he sell that ice shield?
He did.
Yeah, that's a shame. Because that pairs very nicely with the flame armor.
Does.
But
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yes, sir. Peas and carrots.
Czar about to pick up his adamant. There's a pro cape find for Monoci. Now what he's looking for, he's looking for the rod.
There's your adamant.
Monoci redoes his entire inventory. He's got 2 ribbons. Zardia with 1. Zardia turns in his adamant in just a moment. He's going to get his loot.
That's right. And that will buy you access to the lower levels of the Temple of Fiends Revisited. But that's not really a concern yet for Czar or for Monoci, because they've got some work to do. No one's in go mode yet.
The mermaid's coming up dry as far as the progression items. There's a pro ring, but Monoci already bought them.
They have some good items down here, but not the one item he's desperately looking for.
And that's required.
And is required.
Yeah. 2 chests left for the buzzsaw.
Could it be in here?
It is not. 1 chest left. Tick, tick, tick.
Yep.
It is not. It's a house.
He did not check the floor below, and he's going to do that now. There's 5 chests here, I believe.
Yep, 4 more to go. One of them key locked.
That's right, and he has that key.
He's already returning to Canaria Castle. He's going to raid their armory. He's going to dig out his Vorpal shortly.
Right, and he's going to be very happy to see that being the leader of Team Vorpal.
He is. We'll get to it when he gets to it.
Yeah.
Takes time.
He wants to go get disappointed over in the Temple of Fiends real quick. And he does not save, just in case he wants to reset.
Veteran move from the
Which
leader.
which I'm pretty sure he's going to do. Yeah. Do not
One more
stir.
chest. There's one of them. No. 3 more chests for Monochi.
Right.
2
That's
more
not-
chests for Monochi.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to TFC.
There it is, the reverse C room.
Yeah. Would you rate Sky or Volcano at this point? If you're asking between the two of them, Sky has a higher percentage play.
Yeah. I would look at my opponent has probably already done Volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Do the key lock, Czar, thank you.
There you go.
I
It's
would
like
look at it
this
as my opponent probably already has done the Volcano, because normally they have.
Mm-hmm.
And if the rod's there, I don't want them to have anything that I don't have. I would do the Volcano here. But Monoci85's doing what it is that you would do, my friend.
That's right. And I believe it will pay off. Czar's only hope is that it doesn't. Czar has to do what Monochi isn't, and be right about it.
Correct. First floor Mirage Dive. More new ground for the Buzzsaw. 1 hour 17 minutes.
And will Monochi vindicate me?
Odds are in your odds are in that favor for sure.
Very much so. And they will
Reset.
be. The odds will be in my favor at least until after he has cleared the second floor. At that point, he's got, I believe, 32 chests left, and I think there's about that many in Volcano. So it'll be a coin toss.
Zardia is headed in the river system. Is this a volcano play?
I
Or
hope
is it
it's
back
not.
to the ice cave?
I hope it's an ice cave play.
This is critical. If Czar wants to get back in this match, he has got to go to the ice cave.
Rod and Armory for giggles. Loose and Earth would be really trolly, and I love it.
Ah, he's going to volcano.
Yeah. Well, he's got to hope he's right. And a gold bracelet. Not even bothering with it.
It's a good fight here. The 4 Cerebri. And I'm just going to pass on it, though.
Cerberus. No, he's not going to pass on it.
Oh,
He's just gonna burn a nuke and then lose his experience. Oh,
Yeah,
never mind. No, he's not. I don't know that I burn nukes this early on unless he's planning to leave, which doesn't appear he is.
I figured maybe a black shirt sort of thing. Runs into the vampires. Only 2 vampires in that formation, decides to run away.
Eh. From a time standpoint, not great. AoE, knock him out.
Did you see that, Will? Did you see what Mono just did?
It did not.
Went right to his menu, checked his items for a split second. I
To see
need
if he had
rod,
the
right?
cube.
Well, to see if he had a cube, but do I need the rod as well?
I think
Yes, I do.
I think he's
Gotta keep
well
checking.
aware. I think he's well aware of what he doesn't have. And if Czar pulls a rod out of this chest, out of the zigzag chest, or whatever you might call it, boy oh boy, you talk about game changers, that would probably be it.
Ali Gerbrat pointing out in the chat that he's got just 1 pure potion. There's the
Masa.
Masmoon.
The second best sword in the game behind the defense sword.
Close.
Very nice.
Monochi85 equips the Masmoon weapon, along with the Monochi.
Why
Come
would you?
on, man.
Why would you not equip that defense sword on your other fighter?
He put the Sun Sword on.
That defense sword,
Put
sun
the
sword.
Sun Sword on Will, who's paralyzed and has 53 HP.
That's insane. Trash. Yeah, I don't think so.
Czar continues the clear of the 2nd floor of Volcano.
Masa hype indeed. Thank you, Q.
Monochi's out of warps. He's got 1 left after this.
Mm-hmm. Takes the fight with the red version of Geddy Lee here.
Odds are starting to tilt a little bit that the... Oh gosh, there's the 3rd ribbon.
Oh wow, that is fantastic.
It's a pretty good floor, Will. I mean, a Masmoon, a Sun Sword, and a ribbon.
A Thor hammer for Czar, a small consolation. Not as good as a ribbon or, a rod. Let's see if the armory... Somebody in here kept talking about the armory having the rod. And Czar hitting the trap tile. Like some kind of newbie. Come on, buddy. Yeah, it could be. Dragon sword, not useful anymore.
He was using the Coral Sword forever. They look the same. There's a Light Axe, nothing else. Monochi's gonna check the Star Room. Not only is he checking for the rod and checking for all the chests, What else is he looking for, Will?
Rod is the only thing that I'd be looking for right now. You've got everything else you need.
I think he's looking for good fights, too. An eye, maybe some manacles.
Cataclysmic throwing out a little Walking Dead reference there.
Coral! Opal bracelet. Pick up for Monochi.
Opal bracelet. I mean, what more, aside from the rod, what more do you want if you're Monochi? What more do you need? It's just the rod. It's rod and go. X-Cal pickup for Czar is not a rod, but definitely swings better than one.
Legendary Excalibur.
Does Czar still not have warp?
No. Never bought it.
Buddy, we have a lot of things to talk about.
I still don't think he'd have hits of it even. I don't think he ever bought it. Danny, did you catch that? I don't think so.
I don't think he bought it. I haven't seen him in a magic shop in a long minute.
Monoci85's second fighter, knight, Will, down to 25 HP. He makes a smart move, veteran move from the buzzsaw. He's healing up that lead light warrior.
That's a smart move.
There you go.
Czar making his way down Volcano Way. And still a chance. There's still a chance that Rod's down there.
New ground for both players. The floating fortress for Monochi. The Gurgu volcano for Zardia.
Indeed. So we're at an hour 22. We have one orb lit on one player.
It is bad.
We do not have go mode.
Yeah.
One player does not even have the floater yet.
Correct. Neither player in go mode, neither player necessarily in what we like to call no mode. You have got to get that, and you don't know exactly the path to it.
Right. Picking up that Chimera fight's a good move. Czar continuing to plunk away at these chests, as is Monochi. Neither one of them producing fruit quite yet.
It's an Earth Cave, Will. Might be an Earth Cave.
You know what? If it's behind that vampire, I'll tell you. That would be just the trolliest thing that you could ask for out of this seed.
There's trance from the Red Giants.
Oh dang. Break out your glow sticks, kids. It's a
Starfire's a nuke. They have huge HP, 400 and more.
Monsters. And they hit like trucks.
Mono's perished.
Ooh, stun lock.
Zardia is stun locked. Dizzy spinning endlessly. He has got to get out of this.
No. Oh no.
There's Frost. Oh gosh.
Gone.
Oh no.
Oh. It's a good thing he saved after the second floor clear.
Good. Some more chests from Monoci85. Dense room of 6. He finds a stick. And nothing else.
Nada. De nada, baby.
Used his last warp charge. He's gonna check 4 chests up here. I like this room.
Yes,
a wizard stick. Nothing.
Nada.
There's only 4 chests left in the floating fortress. Will Butterworth said this was the place. Statistically, it is.
Yes.
It just didn't feel like it was to me. Let's
That's
find
fair.
out what it is. He did get a Masmone out of it, as well as a ribbon.
Ice sword, white shirt.
Boy, white shirt.
Great pickups here, though, but no rod.
You know, you got the 4 bridesmaids here, Will. You didn't get the bride, though.
It's a shame. It's marrying time.
Okay, what are we down to, Will? We're down to deep in the Google volcano. We're marsh-locked and Earth. Have we missed anything else, potentially?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think that's about it.
Monoci85 has entered the Bridge of Destiny at 1 hour 25 minutes. Picks up 4 red hydras.
Get those bless RNGs out, kids.
Get him out, chat. Let him know if you want to see it. His name is Warmack. We call him the Death Machine, and there he is! He goes directly to the defense sword. He's ready for this. He does not have the Vorpal. No, he's not. He's going to the Power Gauntlet.
Love it.
Oh my. Will, this is scary.
Love it.
Gets a fast off with initiative into Danny. And
Best
a white
defense.
shirt gets up the evasion. 1 hour 25 minutes. Power Gauntlet gets off Cast Saber. There's Fire 3 from the Death Machine. Does not do much. We're going to move on to round 2 after a nuke hits for 100 and change. He's going to continue the Power Gauntlet. This is huge, fans.
It is
if
huge.
Monochi doesn't finish this, Nuke for 150. More evasion from the buzzsaw.
Is Czar setting up for a grind on these Agamas?
He is. 533 from the Mazmon and Warmech attacks. Monochi gaining control in this fight, and he is starting to own Warmech. 169 and more evasion. Czar's in his armor menu, and he's working on equipping everything and moving things around. We'll take a look at that in just a second. There's 128 from Nuke.
And
the Death Machine
knocks
is
it
gone.
down. Will's gonna get some levels here. 3 of them. Falconic gets 2. Lyra gets 1. It's beautiful. Hey, you know what? Get your Bless RNGs out for a second, Warmech. I'm feeling a little froggy.
We had a match earlier this year, Will.
Oh, Czar with the rod pickup! The last possible chest before the Red Dragon.
Okay.
That is about the only thing that could have saved Czar right now.
Okay.
What a play. What a pickup.
Does this change your routing? Potentially doesn't look like it at this point. Unrunnable metal slimes for the buzzsaw. He's got to take this fight. He wants it. And it's going to be good experience.
Czar has to know now that there's no loose items left. He's got to go back to Ice Cave after this grind.
Immediately.
He knows. He has to know. Process of elimination has given him illumination. He knows the path.
Monochi's still on the Bridge of Destiny. He gets another Warmech. He's
Called
gonna
it!
Run? No, he's not going to run. He's going to take
My
the fight,
man.
Will.
Good for him.
He crushed Warmech last time. Why not do it again?
Why not? Indeed.
The Bless RNGs have been answered. Monochi's going for the same type of strategy. He's going to raise the evasion. There's the Fire 3 again from Warmech. I don't think we saw any skills, Will.
I don't remember seeing skills. I only remember seeing spells.
His HP is not great. He's already lost Will. He gets the fast off.
He can do this. He can definitely do this.
He's out of the warp hits. He's down to 1 nuke. He's trying to save it. He's going to use it.
That's
There's a heal stick. It's all on Danny, his lead knight. Lightning 2 from Warmech. And a big strike from the Mazmon for 502 is huge.
Lovely. See, here's the thing. For the TMF fight...
He ran.
He noped out.
I
don't get it.
I don't get it.
Nope. He doesn't even heal.
Far be it from me to criticize, but, and I certainly am not.
He didn't even heal coming into this fight.
A couple Bracks missed. Tiamat can't hit, though. I don't understand, Will.
Mm-mm. He had it. Plenty of damage on him.
No faith. I mean, I can understand having no faith in the Mazmon personally, but that's just me. Brack from Monoci85 is ineffective.
5 songs so far.
Brack again from Monoci85 is ineffective. We go to another round.
And he's got 1 left on Lyra, I believe. Yep. And here it goes. Number 7 does not do the trick either. Tiamat says, was that fast? I will show you how.
Now, this fight is going on too long, Will. I don't like this.
If he blows out a nuke, maybe, but I don't think he's gonna. There's Thunder.
Thunder? 3 ribbons protecting the buzzsaw.
That's right.
Damage poison.
Everyone's
Danny's down to 1 knee. All his light warriors are down to 1 knee.
Not Danny. Danny got healed. And it's 10 hits for 751. What was this about a trash nuke? What was this about a trash?
Lyra's gone. Oh!
Guess what? You know, with enough fast enough bonks, any weapon can do the job. Even the Vorpal.
Monoci85 lights his second orb. That hit from that Mazmon and Danny, the lead light warrior knight from Monoci85, they felt that all the way in Ashwaubenon.
All the way up in the Great White North.
Just past Schwano.
That's right.
Monoci85's going to pick up hopefully some pure pots. He has 1. As well as some heal pots. Zardia's down to 2 light warriors. Their names are Czar and Will.
Mm-hmm. We'll let the jury be out on which Will it is, but we can both claim it.
The honor is there. Monochi's going to revive Will and Lyra. He's going to go with 4 light warriors.
Right.
Uses the warp. He's going to head towards the Gurgu volcano. This is where he needs to go, and this is where he needs to be.
Czar's just going to keep going all Paul Bunyan on these Agamas, swinging axes. How far is he going? And this, if you'll recall something I said much earlier in this race, Czar has a tendency of over-leveling, or at least prepping more completely than his opponent does. So if we're looking at a tough Temple of Fiends, Czar is actually going to be better equipped for it than is Monoci. The question is, how much sooner will Monoci get there than Czar?
Yeah. And how many dives is Monoci going to get? Really into it.
So Monoci's going to get the rod in the next 5 minutes or so, pending something really wacky. So he's going to know he's in go mode. Czar doesn't have the airship yet.
No.
But he knows that there's no loose items left.
Czar is also, he's equipped with his experience, kind of like you, Will.
Yeah.
He specializes in tough seeds. That's what it is that he likes.
Indeed.
If it's a tough Temple of Fiends, like you said, I really got to think that is Czar's only shot.
It
but
is.
If you yield too many dives and attempts for the buzzsaw, he's going to put the pieces together and potentially figure it out. I got to think.
Absolutely. I think that Mono's got such a lead here that, like I said earlier, you've got a few wipes that he got with that earlier pickup of the floater, and it might be all he needs. But again, if you've got a chaos with double nuke, slow 2, cure 4, nasty absorber evade, you know what? It's a coin toss.
The ink skill, and it hits, and potentially the dark status comes up, and there's no access to lamp.
What are you gonna do without lamp?
This is the midnight special. Shine a light on me live on Speed Gaming. We had a situation earlier. It was in round 2. Will, you were there. I was there too. Where we had a Temple of Fiends like none other that almost can't be recreated. It was a high ambush, probably the 90% high ambush shuffle from the shadows of huge packs of green Medusas. They ambushed. They had blaze. They'd blaze you down. They had death touch, and they rolled 12 hits.
That's right. That's one of the worst. That is the worst enemy to have death touch, because it has the most hits of any enemy other than, I believe, Kraken too.
Kraken 2. Crawls are up there as well, but I believe that green Medusas are the highest.
Yes, crawls are very high in hits. Good night to you, Fate. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you, Fate. Pleasure to have you tonight. See you again.
Do we need to break out Agama facts? Is Monoci gonna grind? No, he's not. No. So Monoci, quick high five to Czar. See ya. Wouldn't want to be a Monoci finding out just how beefcakey these giants are, and guess what? You didn't want it to be a solo run, but now you don't have a choice. There you go. Now you heal.
Now you heal, yep. Monoci closing in on lighting his 4th orb. He's just got to take out the Fiend of Fire. Well equipped for it.
And before that happens, I'm going to step away for a brief moment here, and I'll let you take it for a second.
Alright, Will. As Zardia continues his fight-taking with the Agamas, Monoci85 blasts Carrie with the Mazmoon for 277. Back-to-back shots, there's 254. Carrie fights back with 6 hits for 10 damage. 6 more hits for 6 damage. What is she, swinging a Mazmoon or something? There's a big strike from the real Mazmoon Wilder, 370. Carrie's got some HP. I don't think she's going to last much longer, though. Monoci85 with 272 takes out the Fiend of Fire. Lights his 4th orb, 1 hour, 35 minutes. 3 ribbons, Vorpal, Mazmoon. It's got a defense sword. 1 Pure Pot. Monoci wanted to stop by the old Crescent Lake real quick and say hi. Welcome to the show, Valkyria. What was the rules for 2 warriors and 2 black mages? No. If you look at the top, middle, center of your screen, for week 5 here in the Swiss rounds, the captain of the ship, essentially, Sail the High Seas is the theme of this tournament. The captain is a force class. It was the black mage. It was rolled randomly through random.org. And we also take a light warrior, and they walk the plank. And that is the thief. The thief will be banned. And my apologies, Monoci85 has his 3rd orb. He still has to do the dreaded Earth Cave. But he'll get through this fast.
This should take him no time at all with his levels. And he does not have to check chests because he's in go mode.
Yeah, he's loaded, Will. Czar's... Oh, he left. Czar's gonna light an orb.
We assume. He's got level, 26 on his fighters?
Somewhere in there.
Pretty good. Looking pretty good, sir. I don't like the fact that he's swinging axes, but, you know, 6 hits, 24 damage, not a big deal.
I think Czar's gonna have an axe to grind with this seed.
Ah.
Uh-oh, wait a second. Now, Monoci runs in that pack of undead. There's the lightning too. There's a bunch of geist in this formation, but Monoci fires a nuke is gonna take him out.
Not a gigantic concern anymore. With 3 ribbons and the levels he's got, I mean, let him fire lit 2 all day long. Not gonna kill him. Carry holding up.
Lots of HP on Carry. Took Mono about 5-6 rounds with the Mazmoon. Doesn't take Czar that much, though.
Nope. You got 2 axes. And those
Zardia lights his first orb and saves. George.
Saying hi to some Georges. And we know for a fact that the rod is not behind the vampire as we feared or hoped. Say hi and say goodbye.
To update, Valkyria just joined. Welcome to the show. The herb is located inside the ice cave. Zardia was actually the first player to get it. He could not get out. He was so close. Monoci entered at basically right around the same time. Monoci was able to get out. And that's really been the story within this match. That herb will lead to the floater, which will lead to airship access.
That's right. And the fact that Czar spent as much time as he did wiping, resetting, and then leaving the ice cave when he did has put him as far behind as you see right now. And again, like I said, here Monoci bought himself about 1 or 2 wipes, and now it's looking closer to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And that's the only hope Czar's got.
Zardia returns to the old Crescent Lake. Just gonna check out the shops, do a little bit of sightseeing.
You know.
Yeah.
As you do. Anybody need some iron armor? Now we're good.
Monoci85 has made his way to the end of the Earth Cave.
Ooh. Lich is rocking some high HP. He must have been close to max.
Lich been eating his pie.
No.
He had some girth to him. That's 4 orbs from Monoci85, 1 hour 39 minutes.
Yep. I think max health on the Lich in this round is I think 880.
He had it.
Wasn't far from that.
Could that come up again later on here in the Temple of Fiends Revisited, maybe?
That's not who I'd worry about having it.
Right.
I think Lich 2 is a 500 base, so you're looking at, 1200 max? So when that neighborhood? Yeah. So that's not even that big of a deal.
White magic from Monoci. Picks up 2 Cure 4s on 2 fighters, named Will and Danny.
Yes. Now, we dive. At 1 hour, 40 minutes, and a few seconds, Monoci is going to be the first person into the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
1 hour, 40 minutes. For reference, Monoci hit the air at the exact 1 hour mark. Zardia has not gotten to the air yet. It's going to be another 9 to 11 minutes.
About
or
that.
he can even do that.
Yeah. It stands to reason it'll take about that long. So we will have Monoci showing us just how tough this Tofura actually is. Phantom, unrunnable as it is in the original version.
Oh. He's got to take this fight. Uses a fast. There's an X. Oh.
That was a smart move.
Oh.
Monoci knows that the Phantom is nothing to be trifled with.
No.
Those suckers hit hard.
Yeah. Monoci gets ambushed.
By Chimera and his brother Jimera.
Monoci gets away. Monoci gets ambushed again.
They catch him again. He said, I brought my other brother Jim.
Will is paralyzed.
Yikes.
It's gonna matter though.
I don't like the sound of that.
Danny's paralyzed. Falconic and Lyra can't run. Falconic gets away. That's alarming, Will.
When did Falconic do that? I'm just razzing you, buddy. I'm glad that Monoci got away from that fight.
Zardia has re-entered the ice cave. This is where he needs to be, and he's got to get this done.
Yeah, this time there's no question. Czar, I believe, still doesn't have warp, if I'm not mistaken.
I've got a question from chat. We have a question from chat, Will, that I do not know the answer to.
What's that?
It's from Winter Road. Number one, welcome to the show. Is Nuke called Flare in the Japan version, or is it just Nuke at this point for this game?
Yeah. Nuke is Flare, Holy is Fade.
Okay.
Grimaduses are a lot less threatening in this seed than they were in that one with you and Tristal. I'm noticing. Let's see just how beefy the Lich's older brother is.
Much older brother. 2,000 years older. Is this Lich 2?
2 fasts? I wonder why you bother with that.
He's got all the hits of it. Level 25 from Monoci. He makes quick work of Lich 2. Unrunnable. Re-egg him as Red Giants.
Yeah, the Red Giant. Apparently the Red Giant group in this one is the unrunnable one.
Okay.
Czar is getting ready.
Now, Mono is early in this Fire Floor dive.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Agama formation. This is a different formation. That's what
Yes.
Will just said. If the Red Giant's involved with it, that's a completely separate formation. That's unrunnable.
That's
Mono
right.
had to use 2 nuke shots there.
Yeah.
So, that's resources.
And Czar really, really wanted to think about that iron gauntlet for some odd reason. Got himself a Bane sword.
Carry 2 for the Buzzsaw. There's 146. Mochi gets a
Czar.
fast off and the other fast.
Czar breaking out that Visine sword on the eye, taking care of it, grabbing the herb. Gonna have to save some Visine for that.
509
his
for
way
the
back out.
Mazmoon. Back-to-back Mazmoons. 534. Carry 2 is gone.
Bada bing and then bada boom. Let's hope for a death touch Kraken 2, says Shailasia. I mean, there's only one person that isn't hoping for that, and he's the guy about to fight him.
Comment from chat from Xeno Bayan. 2 loose items that were both required that led to required items. Somewhat trolly.
Mm-hmm.
Geist with Lightning 2 causing trouble. And the big play was made by Monoci85. Both players were in the ice cave at the same time. You see Czar on the left side of your screen. He's there now. Czar just could not get out, and he was so close. Monoci did. That was really the difference here.
Mm-hmm. It was the herb that led to the floater. And Czar, because he did not get warp, is spending even more time that Monoci didn't have to spend.
Yep.
By walking the floater out of the ice cave.
Monoci85 healing up. He's closing in for a battle with Kraken 2.
Mm-hmm.
He puts Will into his lead light warrior position. Attaboy!
That's what's up. No one around to equip that white shirt on because the white wizards are not in this seed.
Zardia's out of the ice cave.
Hallelujah.
He's got the herb. Monoci's gonna attack Kraken 2. There's a nuke for a $172, and both fast got off.
Mm-hmm. Will Kraken get a chance to attack here? Crack takes out the lead character, but no one else. Because, hey,
elemental skill, yeah.
Those ribbons will take care of that. Another nuke from Falconic. Danny getting a big swing in there. Ooh, Kraken said, here, let me show you what a big swing
He does not have life. He's got Cure 4, though, and he's got to use it now.
He better hope that lands before Kraken does. He does.
And he did.
But,
oh, the blaze would have got him too, Will.
Yep. Nuke? Is Nuke going to do it? Yes, it is. Enough of those. But, will Monochi have enough firepower to take out both Tiamat and Chaos? And here's a 4-worm formation. Fortunately for him, not unrunnable.
Just blasting Monochi. He couldn't even run.
And he failed to run.
Oh, look at the worms just teeing off on the buzzsaw.
Oh, wow. Gotta use a ton of those heal potions, but
what's he down to?
Enough.
30?
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. Not really an issue once it gets past Tiamat.
He also got the Cure 4 shots.
Yep. Well, he's got 3 more of them on his 1 surviving night.
The turn order in the RNG was huge for Monochi to get through Kraken 2. He got very fortunate to get that happen.
I don't blame him for putting a Black Wizard on the front, because he cannot lose that night. He is SOL if he loses it, because he didn't bother to go get Cat Claws to make his wizards in any way melee characters.
No.
Like, you throw a Bonk Glove and a Defense Sword. Oh! Wow!
10 hits for 1,000 damage. Tiamat 2's gone.
Yep. And if he makes the run to Chaos Floor without an encounter, he's doing alright.
Mochi with the 3 ribbons. I did not see Temper.
And he does.
So that's out.
I don't believe Temper is in play. And Monochi, now Zara's best ally in the world is Chaos.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
And we shall see what manner of chaos we have.
He's got a couple of fasts left. He fires a nuke. He gets initiative. There's Monoci85 for 183. Here comes Stop. The ribbons are going to protect. That's a time elemental.
Stop is useless.
Defense Sword gets out round 2 from Monoci85. This is to move on to 4-1 and get to the Sweet 16 for a playoff berth.
2 hits for 237 is pretty beefy, but he doesn't kill him. If he doesn't kill a Black Mage in 1 hit, melee is not going to be a big issue for a defensed up knight.
Great initiative again. Monochi gets another nuke off. Nuclear! Ooh, Chaos is radioactive!
Radioactive.
Falconic's gone. Lyra's down to 1 knee.
And
oh my god,
that is it.
Blasted him.
That is it. Monochi, with a time of 1:48:35, is your winner.
He sure made that look easy, Will.
Indeed he did. And I think Chaos having low HP is what saved his skin. Because I think if he got deeper into that skills list, if he had another nuclear, or if he had a nuke behind that on his spell list, there's a very good chance that knight goes down and goes bye-bye.
We are working behind the scenes to get our winner, Monoci85, in here. We call him the Buzzsaw.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know that Czar would have had a chance to catch up. Even if Monochi wipes to Chaos there, he gets another shot at Chaos and knows what he's made of, I'm pretty sure he can handle business.
Unless there was, maybe another nuclear behind the scenes there, something like that. Could have been problematic.
Yeah,
didn't really matter.
No, because he had a Cure 4 behind him. Nuclear's not going to take business. And here you are seeing the shameful transformation of a Tyro into a steak, which I do not approve of. But that is one of our graphical bonuses that you get in the randomizer.
Zardia picks up his chime from the
go.
Fiend, just like we did 30 years ago at the 1 hour 50-minute mark. He's got access to the Mirage Tower. He's going to have to still go buy that cube. That will put him in go mode.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we'd like to thank behind the scenes Danny3883. She's actually written some notes to us, Will, in our chat area. If you don't mind taking a quick look right there. As we continue to work on getting the Buzzsaw, we are talking to him behind the scenes right now. He said he needed some water.
I don't blame him.
And I don't blame him at all.
No.
And then he will come in for the interview, so that'll be just a moment. What a great tournament we've had, Will.
It's been very, very good.
Oh, is it great? You know,
Tons of parity.
yeah. Parity, upsets, you know, back and forth. We have one undefeated, another one going at it to potentially remain undefeated on Sunday afternoon. It always starts with the dev team. And in a tournament design, it certainly starts with the flag set design, and this has been a rousing success, I think.
I believe it has been. And I think that once we get into the actual bracket stages of this thing, we're going to see some surprising outcomes. I think you're going to see some serious upsets. I personally have predicted a back-to-back repeat of Edgeworth as champion. Crabcakes might prove me wrong. Any number of runners in this. Tristle might pick up another tournament victory. You yourself may come out of nowhere and win this thing altogether.
You know, Will, and I mean, me and you can talk candidly. You know, it is Saturday night shenanigans here, essentially.
Yes,
Saturday morning shenanigans, really.
Indeed.
There's some names out of nowhere. We have a Falconic Tristle match coming up. They're going to move to 4-1. We have a 3-1 Wab, out of nowhere Wab. And the in-your-face guy that you hear, that you see all over Final Fantasy Randomizer, Will Cleos is 3-1, yet a lot of players are not taking him seriously. And that's just the way he wants it.
I would think so. Sneak up on him. And I do believe we're going to have, as we have had in the tournaments past, we're going to have someone make their name in this tournament and make probably a Final Four. I was the one to do that in the very first tournament, the inaugural tournament, to make that bonus stream. That was Arson Horse in the last tournament, making the Final Four as a relatively new runner. Who is it going to be this time?
Yeah, you know, is it Wab? That's the next match here on Speed Gaming, this very channel. It's coming up in just a few hours, a high noon showdown, Eastern time. Is it Wab? Does Wab take out the Dragon Slayer and get the Arson Horse original Will Bloodworth potential title? It's very possible.
It is very possible. And we have again, that parity makes it that we have so many candidates that we might end up with a Final Four of completely new players. Like, we might see Edgeworth and Tristle go down. We might see Crabcakes get upset in the second round. And we might end up with a Wab and a Will Cleosis in the Final Four. We might end up with that.
And you know what? Another quiet 3-1, which just boggles my mind. Shadowwalker227.
Shadowwalker's an amazing player.
He had Crabcakes dead to rights.
Yes.
In a 3-all match, and Crabcakes snuck up and stole it from him.
That's right. One bad chaos fight's all it took. Slowed him down enough for Crabcakes to catch up and sneak it away. And Edgeworth had it too. Edgeworth had a little lead, and
he did.
Chaos Wipe did it. Chaos is the MVP for Crabcakes in the last two matches.
It is. To update you fans who might be new to this tournament, we are moving towards the bracket stage. We're in the final week. It's week 5 of the Swiss rounds. 5-0 players will move on and get a bye into the Elite 8. The 4-1s will make the Sweet 16. A play-in race will follow. It's going to be about a week from now on Saturday and Sunday, as well as a last chance qualifier to fill out those spots. Right now we have one undefeated. It is my pick to win the tournament. I said it on day 0. It is Crabcakes.
The human task machine, yes.
Keyboard strategies.
That's right.
Crabcakes.
And certainly Crabcakes, as is the case with any other racer in this tournament, they are mortal. They can be beaten. There is no untouchable player in this tournament, and as we've seen in tournaments past, no one's safe. Both of the 5-0s from the Swiss rounds of the last tournament, Monoci being one of them, did not make the finals.
No, they didn't make the Final Four.
They didn't even make the final.
Salty Fry.
Salty Fry did not make the Final Four either. Both of them were upset in the round of 8.
Yeah, and as we talked about earlier in the broadcast, the finalists were 3-2 in this. They had to go through the play-in race to get there, both of them. They had to go through me. Edgeworth had to go through me twice last year to get there and win the title.
Yes, he did. And he managed to do so. And I had the privilege of having predicted that finals matchup between Edgeworth and Ice Blue. And I picked Ice Blue to win it all. But I did get that finals right, and I am pretty proud of myself for that.
Yeah. Now, Will, we did that first match on day 0 back, gosh, it feels like forever ago. It was Lord Fizzlebeef and Falconic in an instant FFR classic. I made my call out. Obviously, I called out Crab Cakes. Do you want to remind the fans who it is that you have selected from the beginning to take this tournament?
From the very, very outset of this thing, my faith has been placed entirely in Edgeworth to repeat as champion. He knows what Crab Cakes has. He's now gone against Crab Cakes. He knows how to prep for that match, and there's no one in the entire Final Fantasy Randomizer community that Edgeworth can't or hasn't beaten. He is consistent. He is cool, calm, and collected every time he comes out. I have every faith that he will come out of this the champion, once again.
We have word that Monochi is on his way here. He has his water and his cookies as Zardia looks to light his second orb. He's taking on Tiamat.
No Brax strats here.
No, none at all. We'd like to welcome the newest qualifier for the Sweet 16. In playoff qualifier, gets to bypass the plane race that we've talked about. Congratulations to you, the buzzsaw Monoci85.
Thank you, Will.
Zzz.
There's 2 Wills, but alright, thank you both, Wills.
Much appreciated.
The biggest question that we have, Mr. Bloodworth has a question for you as well, certainly a big one. But the chat, and certainly myself and Mr. Bloodworth, the naming of your light warrior, Will, he wasn't very... was he just off his game, or what happened there, Mantra?
Yeah.
I mean, he did his job. Being asleep and then do nothing.
Jeez.
Oh. Risky proposition.
There's 3 people in this chat room, and one of the 3 of us is known for sleeping a lot, and it's neither of us, buddy.
hey. That's a behind-the-scenes thing. Welcome to Behind the Scenes of Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Yeah.
Mono, you equipped the Sun Sword on Will over the Vorpal. Did you think we wouldn't notice that?
What? The
You
Sun
know
Sword
what I
is
mean.
way better. Yeah.
I agree. I agree completely. Way better weapon.
I mean, Will doesn't have any levels. Why did he need Vorpo?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
No need for it at all.
Some of the other 3-in-1s we've talked about, Falconic and Tristal and their big match coming up. Lord Fizzlebeef, of course, has moved on to 4-in-1. He did that a little bit earlier over Shofukamachi. We've talked about Wab and Wucleosis. A couple other quiet ones. Sawney Wrath.
Oh.
Dangwu
Yup.
is in this as well. Those could also be potential candidates for the Will Bloodworth Memorial Award. Arson Horse, rise up and do so much damage coming up in this tournament. Let's shift our attention to our winner tonight, Monoci85. Once again, congratulations. Tell us about the match. You went everywhere and you finally end up with the herb, which led to the floater.
Yeah. That was pretty bad. Well, glad I did I did the whole world around before I go to Ice Cave though. Or else I think that Ice Cave would have cost me around 15 minutes plus just to go through if I get lucky. Because I did have one warped, so I dodged the Lightning 3 and the Mute party. Yeah.
To update you, Mono, you were both in the Ice Cave at the same time. Zardia actually beat you to the herb, but then you were able to pass him on your second round through because you reset the first time. You also, though, had done the waterfall at that point, the non-required tail being picked up there. And you took the lead, and you never looked back. You entered the air at the 1 hour mark. Your opponent, Zardia, entered the air at 1 hour 47 minutes. You entered the Temple of Fiends Revisited at 1 hour 40 and finished it right around, I think it was 1:48 and change. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. How long did Star get stuck on Ice Cave?
He left. He wiped after getting the herb and left and went elsewhere. And that is ultimately what opened the gap up between the 2 of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went there. I don't think he's to this moment. I don't think he's purchased warp, and that's also cost him a lot of time. So you're gonna. you're going to look back on this. If you watch the VOD of this match and you watch what happens with Czar, he had a lot of bad luck early game. He tried to do what you're kind of known for doing, and that's pressing some of these dungeons early with lower levels, just trying to power through them. And he did not have that kind of luck.
Yeah, he ran out of save items, didn't have pure pots. Similar to you went most of the game with one pure pot, but it never came up. Czar did enact the strategy that we actually did talk about, Mono. Played incredibly aggressively, and it was working, and it was working well until he didn't have the tense that you did, and just little things got to him a little bit, which allowed you to pull ahead, get an advantage that turned into a lead, that turned into an incredible dominating victory for you right here on the Midnight Special 4.
I did about 10 peers, but then they ran out. There's so many poison touch in this game, it's incredible.
There really were. I think there's as far as poison touch, I think there might be 16 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
It feels like everything is poison touch, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of
stuff. Got a request as well. Mono, we have a direct question for you for a recap. Recap, Mono.
Recap?
Recap.
I found the orbs in the fire orb in Volcano, and I found the other 2-3 orbs in the respective location, and then I killed Chaos.
That is interesting. I
Riveting.
I missed a little bit of that, so I'm glad you caught us up.
Zardy is in the Earth Cave on his way to light his 4th orb. Will, you gotta ask him about it. The Warmack, the second Warmack.
Why did you run the second time?
I thought it was weight.
Oh, that explains it. That explains it. Yeah.
I buffed up and was like, wait, oops.
You ultimately didn't need the XP because you got through Topher in one shot, but I mean, that still had to feel kind of not so great.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
I couldn't gotten that second war mech, but I always thought it's unrunnable. I was like, oops.
No.
And I saw a run like after I pressed A.
Yeah. The moment too late. And Czar about to light his 4th orb and punch his ticket to the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Ooh,
to
only
follow.
Only one ribbon though. The crack is gonna hurt him.
Only one ribbon's gonna be, it's gonna be problematic. I don't think his levels are high enough to put forth the MDef needed to offset those lack of ribbons.
Monochi, this time last year, a lot of things have changed. Last year you were 5-0. This year you're 4-1. Comparatively, how comfortable are you moving forward in this tournament versus last year?
More comfortable than last year, actually.
Huh.
Because I practiced too much last year. This year, nope, not many times for practice. It's just playing. It's different. I feel it's a lot more free. I enjoy the game a lot more than it's just a forced in of like repetitive practice and grinding.
Me and Will got a chance to touch on it briefly. The flag set design for this Swiss set of 5 matches, and of course the increasing difficulty come up. How do you feel about it, and do you feel it was a success?
Oh yeah, I did. I really enjoyed the town shuffles.
Yeah.
It gave the match more of diversity, and especially the free bridge and the free canal. The map is a lot more open up, leaving you more choices in the beginning of the game when you find the ship.
Yeah, it's nice to see some route divergence. It really is. Like, execution's great, but you want to see people making choices based on, their best guesses and executing based on the information they get as they go. And you only see that diversity, that divergence, when you've got a little bit more open progression available to you. So I like the flag set as well.
Zardy has made it past the Phantom. More hard numbers. He has entered the Temple of Fiends Revisited. We called it the 2-hour 4-minute mark. It looks like he's on the same encounter table that Monochi was. He got ambushed by the brothers. And if we're not mistaken, it will be another ambush Another fight from the brothers here, right? Or that was the second one. I'm not
In
sure.
a few steps, yeah.
Is it? Okay. We'll see
I
if that
believe.
happens. I think that might have been the second one.
There it
Oh,
is.
there it is. Zardia will not have access to the Mazmoon weapon. He's going to go with his baby, the Game Changer.
Yep.
But really the story coming up here, and Monochi already said it, will crack. He has only got one ribbon.
Yep. And no life spells. That's going to be a problem.
Zar has
Well,
Mazmoon?
Huh. According to Super Luigi, Czar has picked up the Masa.
I mean,
Okay.
if the ribbon is on the main knight, he might be able to do it because there's no HP on Chaos. The only dangerous thing is Kraken 2.
Right. Yeah, still hits heavy. But if you have a defense sword and a bonk glove, there's very little you can't do. And I believe he still has those both as well.
Thank you to Super Luigi, one of our super trackers and crew members. Outstanding here on crew. He's the one who caught it, so thank you very much, Luigi. We were probably yakking about something, Will. Trying
No
to
doubt.
hype something
No
up and someday. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We are Team Illuminati.
Ah.
Lich 2
Lit,
has been dispatched.
by Lit 3.
You don't bring that home to mom when you get dispatched by Lit 3.
Hope nobody sneezed because that means you missed that fight.
There's the unrunnable red giant Agaba formation. Zar's
Ooh.
opponent Monochi did see this.
Those
He
were
is
terrible, terrible nuke rolls. He had 100 in there.
There's a 133. It was resisted.
It's, yeah, 100 is the lowest you can possibly roll in a nuke. No matter what.
As Zar closes in on carry 2, she is no problem. Monochi dispatched her fairly quickly. Mono, the names of your light warriors for this adventure in your story tonight. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the naming of your light warrior classes?
Well, first one is Will, so it's always been my to go for Danny. So if you see a Will in my party, he's just probably laying around doing nothing as he's supposed to. And then
Dang.
and then this Danny, she's tracking tonight, so shout out to her. Thank you. And then there's Lyra. So Lyra and Falconic is a friend of mine. So we hang out, chats, and then we enjoy co-op together. So
Czar giving some thought here to how he's going to approach the carry 2 fight. Just starts swinging, realizes it's not the best idea.
90
6
damage
hits.
from the Mazmoon.
And then 6 hits for 310 on his lead knight. This could be a big, big problem if carry hits him again hard.
He wants to have those 4 light warriors going into crack. He's gonna fire the Bane Sword!
I love this.
Vorpal at its fight as well.
It's all entertainment now. Czar is just giving us a show.
160.
Orpal, I
From
believe, got the
Will.
job
There
done
you
there.
go.
Did he not?
Did.
Yeah. Oh. Shut my mouth, right?
oh, that was a crit though.
Critical hit?
Mm-hmm.
It's a crit and it's only what 160? Oh come on, man.
I'm right there with you, buddy. Right there with you. These guys are a cult. Be careful.
What?
Nothing.
We talked a little bit about the upcoming cooperative tournament. It starts June 16th. And we talked about it in our last match as well. Zardia will be involved with that. His team he thinks is some sort of secret. I won't spoil it because it's on him and it's his team. I call them Team Crit Rate.
Man. He's gonna equip a lot of people with katana, huh? That's cool.
Banana?
The katana banana? Right. The
Alright,
katana.
Mono, this is the big fight here against Kraken 2. Was this the crack?
I think so. There was a crack and then there's a hit for like 500 something on a main knight.
Ugh.
That was scary. Good
I
thing I
like
had
him.
Cure 4, but then I'm not so sure about how Czar's gonna deal with it. If his where did he put his ribbon? I'm not sure.
He's down to 30 heal pots.
That's bad news.
Okay.
Okay, both of his black mages on the
There's
front
the
line.
ribbon.
I might go black mage fighter here rather
Right.
than black mage because you have to have one of them for buffing.
He's gonna move the white shirt over to Mono in the second slot. He moved the ribbon down to Will, his knight in the bottom. He's taking a good long look at it. He takes a look at his levels, and here we go. Kraken 2 against Czar. Czar is aware that Monoci has already won this match. Czar knows he cannot win and he will have to go in the play-in race. He doesn't care. He continues. And we show the respect. Oh, no!
Wow!
Oh, no! Oh, my!
Hey, Monoci, guess what you didn't find?
A nuke from Kraken 2. There's
And
the
then-
crack.
And both miss.
Oh, my.
That is brutal.
Monoci never saw it.
Both mages go down. So if this would have been the same RNG, if he had gotten there before you probably still would have won.
I mean, I went for all offense though, so it took only 3 turns to kill off Kraken too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that was turn 2 nuke. So
yeah.
The
Wow.
Mazmoon and the Vorpal combination dispatches Kraken 2.
Masa does a lot more work in that fight.
I mean, 490 something versus 95.
Hey!
It's definitely a bigger number. We could talk math or we could talk, sentimentality. And I'll go with math every day.
Congratulations in chat to you, Monoci from Valkyria. Just joined us and joined the rest of the show here. He said Valkyria says that you make chaos look like butter.
Butter.
Yeah, I think I got fast and then a few tempered up there. One hit and I think it was 500 something and then just died. 2
Lyra is wearing iron armor in the Temple of Fiends. Iron armor. He has a gold bracelet. On one of those two wizards.
Well, we're gonna find out if he doesn't need or not. There's a white shirt that gets off as well as a defense sword. Nuclear
I
on a
heard.
Tiamat. Radioactive. Does a little bit of damage. Char's still
Radioactive.
standing though.
Alright. Kaboom. Oh, beautiful
Huge.
92 crit from that Vorpal. Lovely.
Huge hit. Another
lovely.
Vorpal back-to-back critical hits
81.
all over the place.
Just killing it.
208 from the Mazmoon. Tiamat goes after Czar for some reason. There's another crit from the Vorpal. And huge crits from the Mazmoon.
Almost as if it's a better sword.
Damage poison from Tiamat 2. The Vorpal.
Or for
The
22
Mazmoon.
damage. Lovely. Lovely work, dude. There we
Czar
go.
down to 1 knee, dispatches Tiamat 2. He's gonna heal up. He is down to 2 heal pots, 1 heal pot, 0 heal pots. Does he have Cure 4? Did he buy it?
I don't think he did. He didn't buy Warp for crying out loud.
Oh no. Okay.
Czar. Love. Does it do a victory lap?
No, he didn't do that. Okay.
Yeah, it would be a little bit inappropriate considering.
The gold bracelet on instead of the iron armor, buddy.
Yeah, he doesn't even
There
have
you go.
charges now, he says.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. All right.
But the Bane
Now
sword.
Now we're
He
thinking.
does not have the Bane sword.
Oh, why?
Czar Chaos. There's stop and it hits the Mazmoon. He's
Oh,
going
no.
with the Vorpal.
For
He's
some
going with
reason.
Will and the Vorpal.
Oh,
This gets another white shirt off. He's going to try to get full defenses.
geez.
It's very close for Czar. Chaos misses Will. Chaos going after the Vorpal wielder. I don't blame him. That's full max evasion for Will and the Vorpal wielder. Nuclear
Oh.
from Chaos. He's radioactive.
Oh, no.
But Czar fights back with 203 from the Vorpal. No!
Oh, a nuke!
Nuke! Oh no!
That was
the
the high
Vorpal comes
nuke.
back 192 with 2 critical hits. It's all about turn order. Chaos misses. The Vorpal from Zardia for 88. One more time.
88!
Come on, Vorpal, bring it home. 183 isn't enough. Chaos misses.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, Vorpal, bring it home.
Do it!
242 isn't enough. Chaos misses again.
Get it done, buddy. Fire
2 down to
two.
67 HP. The
And here we go.
The Vorpal
Does the
makes it
job.
over. Game changer.
Look at that. The Vorpal does what it's supposed to do.
Extra of 10 turns.
That was about 10 turns, yeah.
2 hours, 15 minutes, 10 seconds. GG's, and congratulations to the leader of Team Vorpal, showing how it's done. Look at Will down there on one knee, got the job done, and saved the world with the game changer.
And
He could have
60
lived like he
extra
could have went
HP.
with 4 turns using Masa, and he went with Vorpal using 10 turns. Oh,
I
come on,
mean,
guys.
yeah. Hashtag team math. Hello. Oh, that would have been beautiful with a fast charge or some tempers, some sabers with that bonk glove, but meh, who needs all that?
You
Just
didn't need
swing
all that when you
Vorpal.
got the Vorpal.
Yeah,
You
'cause
just saw that.
I'm guessing the weapon shop didn't have any wet noodles for sale, so I mean, do what you gotta do.
Did he not just take it? He was down to 2 knights. Right, he put the Masmon on the other guy. He used the white shirt. Don't need that. I mean, he won the game. That's right.
GG Czar, way to show how Vorpal works.
GG, that was about the only thing that worked this run.
No lie. No lie. So
Sardia, Team Illuminati here. Welcome to the post game. GG's, congratulations. Way to get it done on Chaos with that Vorpal. You really made it happen. Dramatic fashion. I think you had him the whole way. Congratulations.
Thanks, Will. Appreciate it.
the big story here was the ice cave herb turn-in for the floater being delayed significantly. Ultimately, that's what opened up the gap between the two of you. So, would you like to speak to that and what was going through your head at the time when the wipes were happening in the ice cave?
I've never had to use so many softs. I've never had to use so many pures.
Yeah.
I've never had so many problems not having cabins or tents available early. I've never seen such expensive pures. I've never seen such expensive heal potions.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cave steps away from getting out, and we wipe. We can't get out.
That was a shame. We were rooting for you.
A bit of an update, Czar. What happened was you were in the ice cave together on the same floor. You actually picked up the herb first, which did leave the floater. And the only thing Monoci had on you at that point was really a dive into the unrequired ribbon waterfall.
Mhm.
You were steps away. You were that close.
Yeah. He had the levels on you, but you were close. And
Oh, there you have it. It's ZRNG at its finest.
no lie.
And I
And
think I got a warp on you too, so I didn't see the lightning too and the mute twice.
Right.
That saved me like a lot of wipe times, I think.
Yeah, warp was a big issue. I kept harping on it, like, why doesn't he have warp? Why didn't he buy warp yet? Warp. And I think that was another piece of the puzzle there. But you chugged along, you pushed through it even after the dot done. You kept going, and we appreciate that. The audience appreciates that. And GG, and congrats on using the Vorpal to get the job done. True to your word.
Thanks, Will. Appreciate it. And yeah, money. I had no money early.
No.
I mean, none. I had never been so strapped before. Was
Did you sell
desperate to get to
the,
Stardust Caves.
Did you sell the ice armor?
I don't think I ever found the ice armor.
You mean the
It
ice
was,
shield?
Ice shield. It was in Matoya's cave. He went to Matoya's cave and had the money before he needed to sell it, so he didn't need to.
Right. Yeah. So I think ultimately this came down to that play, the ice cave play. That was really the fulcrum on which this whole race was turning. And the fact that Monoci got some levels early really helped him not wipe into some of those early dives, and it slowed you down. I appreciated your aggressive style. It was totally against type for you, Czar. I'm used to seeing you be the over-preparer like I am. So trying on new shoes and then running like that was brave, and I think you did an all right job. But I'll let Will kind of take it from here.
Yeah, Czar, we talked before the match. I loved what you did. I loved the adjustments and the aggressiveness against an elite player in Monoci85. Just couldn't get out of the ice cave, really was what it did. I was pretty impressed, and Team Vorpal, we the three main founders that are still in this tournament, the fourth being Shalasia, who is not, all being 3-1. This group is making some pretty big waves, and for you to switch gears like that and execute like that, I was quite impressed and quite proud of you.
Well, we all saw why I over-prepare, usually, because that's what always tends to happen to me. and I feel like I have to over-prepare. But when you're playing someone like Mono, I mean, there was no way. I was not even thinking about leveling until I had wiped at least a dozen times.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Czar, moving forward, we're moving on to the play-in race. 3 and 2. It's going to be a Shark Tank. You don't have to go through the last chance qualifier. My estimate is that there's going to be 14 players in it, with about 7 to 8 spots up for grabs to move on to the Sweet 16. How do you feel about your chances moving forward, and how do you feel moving forward with the controller in your hand in general?
I feel good. I think I adapt pretty well when I have to. I take chances when I have to. And I think if I do not end up qualifying, then the winner there was RNG as well.
Winner might be the fans. Maybe me and you can sit in the booth as well if I don't make it as well. And if that happens, then that's what happens, certainly. We're going to go ahead and move forward to final thoughts right now. We're going to start with our winner tonight, Monochi. 4-1. Not quite as good as last year, but you said you feel better. Tell us about moving forward.
I have no flags to practice on yet, but so I'm still excited.
That would be nice to have, certainly.
Yeah.
Czar, final thoughts.
Just a quick question from Mono. What were your levels to finish, Mono?
28, 20, maybe 26. I think 26.
Okay, yes. As you saw, I had a double night combo there of 28 nights, and we barely made it to the end. So,
Yeah.
final thoughts?
I should
For
have
me-
because I accidentally run away from one Warmac. I was prepared for the fight, and then I ran away. That should have gotten me to like 28 too as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
RNG continued when you got hit with the nuke on Kraken, and he didn't.
Okay, so I didn't see that. Did you see Nuke and Nuclear on Chaos?
I see a nuclear first, but then I swung with a Massimo and it just dies on 3 turns. So there is no nuke.
All right, well, that's valuable feedback for me as a runner. And yeah, final thoughts. Just thank you for everyone for coming out for the midnight special. I know it's late. I appreciate you sticking this one up with me as I'm starting to finish there. Thank you, Will, Team Illuminati. Thank you, Danny, for the tracking. Mono, Speed Gaming. Thank you, everyone, for a wonderful tournament in general. And I can't wait to get in on the play of it.
It is today, right now, live on Twitch, later on YouTube. It's May 11th, 2019. We have 7 matches of Final Fantasy Randomizer today. This was the first one. It was the Midnight Special 4, and it delivered. The next match is coming up. It's a high noon showdown. Huge implications. 3-1 Wucleosis against the 3-1 WAB. Same situation as what we just witnessed. The winner will move on for the Sweet 16. The loser joins Czar in the Shark Tank of the play-in race. Coming up after that at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, the future of FFR, Caleb, takes on the man who never quits, Rumblefish82. A little bit later on, great battle, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Falconic FF, he's the enforcer, takes on the Dragon, Tristal MTG, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, we've got Moist Mogwai taking on the Hangry Canuck, Elastoid taking on Lord of the Synth. Lord of the Synth has been with us all night. Q Katsuki also takes on DD Gaming's. All of the schedules, if need be, will be posted in the chat, as well as in our Discord area. FinalFantasyRandomizer.com is the place to go for that sort of link.
Every single match that is in play right now has implications on the tournament round. Every single race, even the 1-3s, are playing for a chance to get into that play-in race as a 2-3 runner. So no match is meaningless. Every single one of them matters.
And we talked about it last year. The 2 finalists last year, 2018 Spring Tournament, came through the play-in race.
That's right.
So
both Edgeworth and Ice Blue were 3-2. They both made it in the play-in race. They got into the bracket stage. They made the finals, and Edgeworth took it down.
Welcome to the chat. I am Guitar. I hope you're enjoying the show. Always a pleasure to see you. Illuminati, the Midnight Special 4. It was awesome, Will.
Indeed it was, as can be expected. Great runners, great trackers, our fantastic commentary. How could we miss?
Yeah, Danny 3883 behind the scenes. Double duty. She's pulling triple duty, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow as well. Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you to our players, the victorious Buzzsaw, Monoci85. Thank you to Zardia, the leader. Falls to 3-2. He's going to move on to the play-in race. We'll start planning for that as well. I'd like to thank the Emerald City Saint Will Bloodworth. I am the Dragon Slayer Wikliosis. Together, we are
The Illuminati!
We'll see you for our next match, the High Noon Showdown. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to the fans. Without you, we cannot do this. This is why we do this. And don't forget, may you ever revive the power of the orbs.
A, B,
See ya!
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.